know yet. Yeah, they're still trying to figure it out as of last night. He'd gone there that morning, and they think it had collapsed for a while, and he didn't know about it because he's so young and like strong. Like so, it was like
And you was doing okay with just one healthy lung, basically.
yeah, for a little while there. Yeah. Now he's like
That's
got
crazy.
the
Like usually it takes like getting stabbed or something to have a lung collapse. Yeah, for somebody that
no.
young.
So like my dad had this same thing, right, where he had his lungs started collapsing on him, and the thing that was going on for him was his chest cavity was filling up with fluid, and that seems to be what's happening with my friend here as well. Is his chest cavity is filling up with liquid because they were draining him, and they installed the little drains. His chest cavity is filling up with liquid because they were
Okay.
draining him, and they installed the little
Interesting.
drains. His chest cavity is filling up with liquid because they were
Okay.
draining him. Sorry,
Yeah,
trying
no,
to
I
make
had a
sure
friend
the
of
sound
mine.
is good. All right, we're good. Yeah, and they
Yeah,
really
that
just
got
suck the fluid
stabbed.
out, and that's what keeps his lung from collapsing again. So, yeah, probably something with kidneys or something along those lines. Something that's supposed to deal with liquids in the body.
Gotcha. Pretty crazy. You know. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to share that stuff again because I thought it was so
Oh
fucking
yeah,
crazy.
that person that looked like the
Dude,
Mad Magazine cover, it was fucking crazy.
yeah, dude, I could not believe that. I'm like, why would you
How could
allow
you
yourself to be
possibly be
filmed?
alive and look like that? It just feels like that's just not real.
Yeah, it really does. And the fat bitch looks pretty fucking gross too. So I think the Garbage Pail Kids comparison is pretty appropriate.
Yeah, you
You're spot on.
any
I'm like, you're fucking hideous. Like this bitch, even if she wasn't fucking morbidly obese, she's just fucking hideous looking, man. I'm like, these people don't look real. It's like they're going out of their ways.
yeah, oh
Um,
yeah, that one is
but,
sad, man. That really makes me sad though. The fucking lady that's gonna be spreading like lies and misinformation of probably like kids and teens and stuff all over the city. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a pretty disgusting thing to do to the public, especially the kids.
See,
Yeah,
that's
no,
where
just be
the
fat.
real
It's
problem
not
becomes
unhealthy
is
at
when
all.
you're teaching children like
Yeah,
lies and harmful stuff. It's like, no,
yeah,
you are in
yeah. And I
control
feel
of your
like,
weight unless you have an actual medical condition. Like you are in control of your weight. You do need to exercise, and
yeah,
learning those habits young is
yeah,
way better.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I looked like that, I would not uh, allow anybody to film me. Like, I feel like you have to have enough self awareness. Like Jesus.
uh,
No, again, I'm not
I imagine you
uh,
get numb
not the
to it. You
biggest
know what I
fan.
mean? Right? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just gotta you just see it as your normals, and it's like, yeah, whatever, fuck it, who cares? It's not my problem anymore. You know?
right. The more I look at this, I feel like they're trying to look like Alfred E. Newman. This is the second one.
It
Like,
wouldn't
look at the
surprise
fucking
me.
hair.
It, it,
Like, yeah, the more I think about it, like that hairstyle, and it's supposed to be a woman, right? Am I mistaking that?
well, you know, the left has a lot of pedophiles, and I think that they think anything that might
All
attract
right.
kids, like looking like Mad Magazine, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
that's an
might be
easy
the
target.
thing. That might be the intent. You never know.
Yeah, Jesus, dude. But yeah, whatever that is, dude, that is tragic.
I thought it
But
was
it does seem like
AI.
they're
My brain kept going, "Oh, this
yeah,
has got to be
seriously.
just some AI shit." You know, like this isn't real. This is not. This is not real.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
AI
No, I get
fucked
that
up and
too.
thought the Mad magazines were like a real person, and then this is what happened, and you're like, no, that's not okay.
Actually, that is pretty good possibility. Like that seems more likely than that person actually looks like that. Now that you mention that, that seems more likely to me than someone chose to appear in public and be filmed looking like that.
What if they have like a very slight resemblance in real life, but whoever was editing the original film saw that and was just like, oh, I can do better.
Yeah, go all the way.
And
Yeah,
just
go
really
all the way.
went for it and edited the fuck out of that particular person's face on that video and no one knows because they just, like it's subtle enough that you can't say it definitely was fiddled with, but like, unless that guy admits it. And so
Right,
it's just been
right.
going around making the rounds, and everybody's just like, God, that looks weird, but I
Yeah,
guess that's right,
right. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not definitely
because she does look weird in
wrong.
real life, but just not that weird. You know what I mean? Like maybe,
Yeah, like they just made some slight adjustments
yeah,
to
some
her
slight
already
adjustments.
uh,
No, yeah,
not
she just
aesthetically.
grew up like a freak of nature. That's just unfortunate for her, man. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I do kind of
That
feel
is
bad. But
that is
then you're spouting
weird.
shit about how just not bothering. Because they said something like, "Yeah, the best way to tackle it is to just not try." I forget. That's not what they said verbatim, but that is basically what they said.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was there
Yeah,
was something along those lines. I remember that being very infuriating when I watched it, where you were just
right.
like, "What do you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Just don't do anything like that?" That's such a
Yeah.
toxic thing. That's my least favorite thing that the left tries to push on a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is this that
Just don't
you're not
try.
responsible for your situation in life? Just don't do anything and just blame other people instead of
Yeah.
like making changes for yourself that are positive.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
no,
If you were meant to
make
have
positive changes
something,
in your life because it doesn't matter if people are against you or not. The only thing you can do is change what you do.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You can't control how the world's going to perceive anything or
Yeah,
react or whatever. But yeah, that's a very odd one, dude. They're just like, yeah. Well, I mean, if you try, you might fail.
yeah, and
So
not
just don't
trying.
try.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that is so
Yeah, dude. Holy
vicious.
shit. It is fucking nasty. She says it so cheerfully too, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I was
Well, I
I
was
was
alive.
watching this is an old Disney movie from 2007, Meet the Robinsons, last night. And I really liked the
Mm,
message that was really put forward in this kid being an inventor and stuff. It was keep moving forward and don't be afraid to fail. It was like the two main messages. Like no matter what
oh
happens,
wow.
you just got to keep pushing forward and trying. Like there's nothing else to be
Yeah.
done. As long as you keep going, you haven't lost. And then the other one was that
Uh,
failures should be celebrated because that's how you learn. You learn
yeah.
so much more
Yeah.
from failing than you ever will from succeeding. And succeeding is great, and you should definitely try and keep moving forward. But you
Yeah.
should celebrate your failures too because they're not a bad thing. It's not negative to fail.
Yeah. Yeah. What was Edison's quote? It was something like that about like, well, no, I just
Edison's
discovered
quote,
like
although
eight.
considering Edison was kind of like a psychotic invention
Uh,
thief, like horrible man who electrocuted all these
yeah. No, he was.
animals.
Yeah, he did turn out to be pretty fucking evil.
Let's see,
But yeah, I
Edison
think
quotes.
it was something along the lines of
Genius is
yeah.
1%
No, I just
inspiration. That one?
no. It's the one
There's no substitute for hard
about like no.
work.
I just figured out. I figured out like 80 ways not to make a light bulb or something like that. I didn't really fail. I just found 80 ways not to make a light bulb or something along those lines.
Oh, the thing
I
is,
don't know the
yeah,
numbers.
I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Is
Yeah,
his actual quote.
yeah.
I looked up Edison quotes, so the actual quote is I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Which is pretty
It's
fucking
similar.
genius.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, all right, well, we know that doesn't work, so we're going to try something different than that. And if you figured out why that didn't work, that's probably helpful in the future.
Oh, here's one that I'd love to
So
see
it's similar.
people say and start doing because I see a lot of the pretending that they're just magically successful the first time they do something. A lot of people do this thing. This is an Edison quote. I never did anything by accident, nor did any of my
Mm,
inventions come by accident. They came by work.
mm. Yeah, that's pretty solid.
I like that because I would like to see more people be like, yeah, I worked really hard at that. I've been doing,
Mm,
I've been working on that for, 10 years or
mm,
something instead of being like, oh, just, it just happens, I'm just so good at this, like because a lot of the social media seems to push this, like, I'm just successful without trying
mm.
thing. And that's not
Yeah,
a healthy
yeah, it
thing.
is pretty fucking, yeah, very defeatist. Well, not defeatist,
Well,
but
it's
yeah,
magical thinking
it's
that
a very
sets you up for
misleading.
being miserable. You know what I mean? Like, If you
Yeah.
genuinely think that
Like,
people are
oh,
just magically successful at everything they do the first time,
yeah,
and that they didn't have to work and fail and do all this stuff along the way, then you're out of
right.
your
They're just
mind.
like,
Like
oh,
you're looking for something that doesn't exist.
yeah. Like if it didn't just happen, I guess I'm just not able.
It's sort of like the
Like that's kind of
like rock stars are lazy. You see that in a lot of films and TV and stuff. Like no, a lot of really successful, famous like rock stars are very, very motivated people who do a lot of shit all the time. Like
yeah,
they're
yeah,
constantly doing stuff, and that's how they got where they are and managed to stay there. Like there might be a few
yeah.
people who like were one hit wonders that you heard one song and never heard from them again. Maybe not the same.
Right.
Probably pretty motivated people, but you might find the lazy people in that group.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like Paul McCartney. Like he's still going at it. Like his
Yeah.
entire life, he just loves music, and he fucking keeps busting his ass doing more shit.
Well, and they
Music.
were pushing themselves to make sure that their performances were as good as possible in their albums, and they were creating new equipment to make sound.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. The Skiffle band. I don't know if you're familiar. How familiar with the story, but the Skiffle bands that they was a big thing right before they became popular. It was basically instruments that were like improvised.
oh,
Here, I'm gonna
okay.
pull up. Yeah, yeah. Here, let me pull up the instruments because I know one of them was like they called it a T-chest bass. Bass. All right, let me see. Let me get the names here.
Now I'm
All right,
picturing
so
those
a
things where it's like a
washboard.
broomstick, a fucking old pan and a bunch of rubber bands on it and shit.
Yeah, let's see. Washboard. Okay, that's pretty. Yeah, I've seen that. Jugs. Washtub bass. Cigar box fiddle. Musical saw. Comb and paper
So it
kazoos.
is what I'm picturing
hmm Yeah, it's a bunch of
in my
shit. They
head.
made the
Yeah.
instruments out of like everyday objects. Yeah,
Yeah, that was like a
yeah,
thing that was you would see in cartoons occasionally in like the 80s and the early 90s.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
rubber
yeah,
band kind of thing, stretching rubber band across the
yeah.
stick and then making it and playing it like a bass, things like that, where they would like make
Mhm.
makeshift instruments.
Yeah, yeah. So that was pretty popular in England, like in the 50s, like right
Yeah,
before or late 50s, early 60s, I guess. Somewhere in that area. I forget
yeah,
exactly
and
when the
I think
Beatles
Mr.
came out.
Wizard even had like a little episode where it taught you how to put together like a rubber bands over an empty Kleenex box or something to make
Yeah,
an
yeah,
instrument.
yeah. So and I think somewhat recently, I remember hearing a story about McCartney showing up with like an instrument like that and like to jam with him. He had like
Oh
a
yeah.
fucking,
Well, but
I
also
think it
like
was a cigar box, the cigar box thing or the tea chest thing. But yeah, like even now, he's still like, "Man, I really like Skiffle. I never really wanted to give it up."
yeah. Well, also like they invented they didn't invent it personally, but they caused to be invented new ways to record music so that they had more tracks and more depth. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like they went from
The
18 to
multi-track.
16 or multi tracks or something just because of the Beatles,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. They're definitely. I don't know if they invented it, but yeah, they're definitely the first ones, or one of the first ones
it
for
was
sure that
invented for them,
employed it.
as the
Yeah,
way I
yeah,
understand it. Like they
yeah, yeah.
caused it to be invented. Like they were like, we need more tracks. How come we only have one track? And then they were like,
Yeah. Why
oh
can't we just
shit, why
add it?
don't we do
Right.
more tracks? I think we can do this shit. And
Yeah,
then like it came about.
yeah. And actually layer sounds that are not like actually recorded at the same time or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty crazy. Interesting shit, man.
yeah, crazy shit. But like they worked hard as hell. They even though they were kind of like a put together band similar to uh, uh, like Backstreet Boys and shit like that, if I understand correctly. Like they had
Okay,
all
yeah,
kind of
yeah. I
had
hadn't
their own
heard that
sort of
aspect
thing
of it.
and got shoved together or
Yeah.
something. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, although I think I heard what's his name? I think it's Stu Sutcliffe. They kicked him out because he was just too good looking, and they didn't want to compete with him for the girls. And I think he wasn't that great of a musician either. I think that was part of it too, I guess. But the main thing was like, yeah, this guy's too pretty. Yeah, we don't want to have to compete with that guy for the ladies.
Yeah, they were their initial core members formed the group based on their shared love of music and enthusiasm. Oh no, maybe they're not. Oh, and then they recruited George Harrison. No, so they're a regular band.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, maybe that's what happened, but I did not remember hearing.
Lennon
I just remember
initially
them kicking
formed
the guy
a
out.
skiffle group called the Quarrymen, and McCartney joined after meeting Lennon. George Harrison, a friend of McCartney's, was later introduced to the band and joined as a guitarist. And then the band went through several drummers before Ringo Starr joined. It doesn't say anything about the member they kicked out, but like that's how the people that were in it got in there apparently. So
yeah, let me see if I can pull up exactly what that had happened there. Entertainer, musician. Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's still there. Oh, still at the door. Sorry.
no, I got a package, so it had to be. I had to get it right now. I couldn't.
Oh, gotcha.
It couldn't wait.
Yeah, no worries.
Apparently. It's
All right.
Actually, one of the things is one of the Mother's Day gifts I got my mom. I thought was pretty funny. It's like a dinosaur, like a garden statue that's a dinosaur, eating and fighting with a bunch of garden gnomes.
Okay.
I'll post a picture here real quick. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, Pete Best was the original drummer. I don't know if that's one I was thinking of.
So you see what I mean right there.
But yeah.
In the Discord, it's fucking great. It's one of those things where I'm like, man, that's fucking hilarious.
What the fuck, dude? Yeah, no, that's fucking awesome, dude.
I looked up Mother's Day garden. You know, like is in like Amazon.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to get something that's something related to something she does. So if I get something, it'll be something she uses or actually you put somewhere and enjoys. Because I hate giving people gifts that they end up just throwing away. Not because they didn't enjoy it or whatever, because there's no purpose in the gift.
Yeah. No, this is something she's gonna see all the time. I assume she gardens regularly.
Oh yeah.
Or at least
she grows like tomatoes and squash and like peas and green beans and carrots and just all sorts of shit.
Yeah, so she'll see it all the time. I'm sure she's gonna get a chuckle out of it for every time she looks at it for quite a long time.
Oh yeah, I mean the second you see it, you're just like you're it's delightful. You know what I mean? Like the second you see it, you're like, that's fucking amazing. Like yeah.
Yeah, it was nice that they didn't have any like blood and gore. Like you see the guy getting eaten, but there's no no gore coming out of it. So it's still pretty whimsical.
It works. I wouldn't feel bad if the neighbor had their little toddler running around with them and the kid saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he's just carrying them around. They're perfectly fine.
Yeah, I appreciate that it's safe for like kids to enjoy as well, since it's going to be out in your front yard. Not that I have a problem with kids seeing, more serious stuff. They see it on TV all the time, but then you don't have Karen showing up at your fucking door. You know what I mean? More than anything else.
Oh, fuck, man. That's crazy.
I was going to see if it got here in one piece, so forgive the
noise.
Styrofoam noise. Oh yeah, it came out nice. That looked perfect. All right, no, nothing missing, nothing broken.
Yeah, good shit. Yeah, what did you watch the whole San debate?
Yeah, that took a long fucking time to get through because that is. See,
it's a bit of a slog.
I don't see a lot of point in debating people like Hassan. You know what I mean?
They're not
there to argue in
actual
good faith. They're going to lie, and they know they're lying. And it's kind of like
Yeah.
there's no point in having a debate with somebody like that. They don't really have any beliefs. They're just doing what they're doing because somebody's paying them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know.
I don't know how strongly you felt about it, but I thought Ethan like
Oh,
pretty
fucking
effectively
crushed it.
destroyed him. Yeah.
At
Okay.
every
Yeah.
turn. Beyond crushed. Hassan didn't even know his own fucking sources.
Yeah, that was fucking great. The
Like, how
the
do you
Jewish
bring
guy.
up a source and expect it to be credible and you know nothing about it? Like, you can't give
Yeah,
us
and like
any sort
I
of
heard
like,
this one thing. I heard this one thing he said, and it's a very short clip out of context. So, yeah, take that, Ethan. He's like, "Hey, look what else this guy said. Look at all this other shit he said."
oh
I'm
yeah,
like, oh, dude, it was pretty brilliant, dude. Like I knew Ethan wasn't actually a dumb guy, but he did better than I expected.
oh
Even though
yeah,
it is an easy target, he did fucking really amazing.
oh yeah, oh
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
He did pretty good. I appreciated his style was very like, whatever I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have something to back up my statement, and you don't see that a lot in a lot of debates
yeah,
on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. No, he was far more prepared because I think Hassan is like I'm sure he learned it from Destiny of trying to get someone on like out of the blue that has nothing prepared and then just destroying them because you've done a shitload of research.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so I think like I'm sure Ethan had been like looking into all this shit and learning all of it in preparation for something like that. Maybe not even Hassan specifically, but I think
Oh, but you
Hassan thought
can't
he
be on
wasn't
the
going to know
internet and
anything.
not catch at least one kind of debate like that or another. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was pretty interesting to see how badly I was like, dude, you really are dumb. Like you really are. Like he's like the stereotypical fucking well-educated dumbass.
Oh
Like
yeah, I see
well-educated
people
stupid
who
people.
are like college and stuff spouting all sorts of nonsense all the time. It's just
Mm.
absolute bullshit, and you're like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like you know, no idea.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty fucking. I like the one the dig he took. It was nothing to do with the debate overall, really, but just Hassan complaining about him like pausing and saying something. He's like, no, this is YouTube. We have to kind of make it transformative. This isn't Twitch. You can't just play the video and go get a sandwich. Or he didn't say exactly that, but that's basically what he said. And I thought that was
Oh,
a pretty good
he
cover.
burned him pretty good. That was yeah. He took every possible opportunity to really stick it in there.
Yeah, yeah. I love how he didn't let him get away with just saying what. Because again, saying what, like you don't understand what they just said. It was basically like kind of a stalling tactic while you think of what you want to say. I assume.
Most likely.
So he came back at him with it. What? Destiny? What? And then he's like, "Oh no, what Destiny? Oh, the guy that's like the Voldemort of my community, the one that I fucking talk about all the time."
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it
that's
was
a
pretty
trip.
fucking funny, dude. Yeah, it's pretty entertaining watching it back. Like it works worse. Like because I caught the actual debate before I watched Diorio react to it and all that shit. But like every time I watch it, I'm like Hassan just looks worse and worse, man. Start noticing more and more of the shit. Like wow, that was a disaster. Even on the shit that he could have won on, like what Diorio was mentioned about the dislike thing. Like he should have been able to win on that point, and he fumbled it away. I mean, it's just like, oh, I don't care. Oh, whatever. I just don't care. Because there are still plenty of people out there that think the dislike extension is accurate, which it can be.
Yeah.
But the way it works, yeah, I think we've discussed it before, right? Like an average everyday video is probably going to be pretty accurate. But for any video that you actually are concerned about, you know what I mean? Like any kind of aberrant video that you're going to want to know the like to dislike thing, it's going to be it's not likely to be accurate at all.
Huh.
Mm. Yeah, have we never talked about that?
You're talking about the return to dislikes thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That extension.
I don't know. I'm so confused because I keep hearing conflicting information on that. So we've definitely
Yeah, I don't
talked
know
about it. We've
exactly how
definitely
it
talked
works.
about it that it's like it's probably an algorithm. But then there was
Yeah, it's
somebody else
definitely not
saying that
based
there
on
was
raw
some
data.
other one that they were using that was accurate, and it wasn't using that algorithm, and I don't know. Did I
Well,
trust
everything's going to
anybody?
have to
So
have.
here's my thought on it, I guess, because I've heard other people claiming things that were like that it was legit in some ways, or some of them were
Yeah,
legit in some ways.
it's
I
possible.
don't know if they're accurate. I won't trust any of them.
Yeah,
Other
it's
than
not
just
likely
like
again.
it's funny, like okay, there's like a
Yeah,
million dislikes or some shit on whatever. Also,
yeah. I
I
think
don't
it was.
know that dislikes really matter so much on a video with when they people can just buy views anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, it seems
But yeah,
kind
even
of
that.
pointless. Yeah, it didn't seem like a big thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but to me, it was like Hassan could have easily. He should have been able, like, to destroy that point when Ethan brought up the dislikes or whatever, and like Hassan should have been able to slam him on that, and he couldn't even do that much.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, wow, I thought you were really dumb, and you're even dumber than I thought.
Yeah. No,
Like, that's
Hassan
fucking
is
crazy.
just basically just one of the dumbest people on the planet. Like it just seems.
Yeah, he's
like,
just a fucking spoiled fucking rich kid, propped up.
Yeah, it's weird, like how fucking dumb he is. Like it's disturbing. Like I don't.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
think
get
what,
how you make
like,
it so far in life being that dumb. Other than like his his daddy or his uncle or whatever gave him pretty much everything.
Yeah, well, his dad's insanely rich. Like he's like one of the top 5 richest guys from Turkey or whatever. And then obviously Cenk Uygur from Young Turks is his uncle. Yeah, his dad is crazy rich. And obviously, Cenk Cenk being his uncle certainly helped as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he definitely has his career because of Cenk. His uncle, his uncle gave him his career. Otherwise, he would never have gotten anything.
And Destiny, because he glommed onto Destiny for a while before they.
But he never would have gotten anywhere near Destiny without his uncle. Like it all starts there. That's where the uncle giving it to him is basically the thing that starts the whole process, man.
But yeah, he definitely didn't have to work for any of the shit he's got.
No, it was all handed to him, basically.
Yeah, which is generally how a good communist gets a start, I believe.
Yeah. Too real.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Too real.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering because for me, like, it's not really in doubt that he's fucking hates Jews and that he's anti-Semitic.
Oh yeah, that's how would you even argue that he's not anti-Semitic, man?
Yeah, and again, he tries to hide it to a certain degree, but not particularly well. But there are plenty of people that do not recognize that, and that fascinates me.
There's like a lot of people who are like, they just people who are rich are good because they have money.
Yeah, and he's a good-looking guy, from what I understand. So he's got to have a body young.
Oh yeah, Hassan's Hassan's a very, very handsome man. Yeah, no, that's true. I can see that.
Yeah,
like I have eyeballs. I'm not gonna try to pretend he's ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Well, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I cannot tell if dudes are good-looking, other than if they look like somebody that I already know is good-looking.
Oh,
like,
really?
I kind of judge myself for it. Yeah, like, for the longest time, I kind of judged myself like it was some kind of homophobia.
He's like a Walmart version of the Arabic guy in the Mummy Returns movies.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
The one that was part of the secret society or whatever.
He was the secret society guy that kept going up against Brendan Fraser. That guy. Yeah, Hassan is like the fucking Walmart version of that guy. He's handsome like that, but he's not. He's not like that handsome. It's just like.
Yeah. But I've never been able to like tell about if guys are actually good looking, other than again if they look like another guy that I know is good looking. Like Hemsworth, I was like, he looks like Brad Pitt, so I assume the guy that plays Thor is a good looking guy.
To be real though, if you think about it, like brain stopped for a second. It's kind of hard to tell when guys are handsome because you're judging by, do women find them attractive, and that's so fucking weirdly subjective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like
And women are definitely.
Danny DeVito is attractive to some women.
Yeah.
Women.
The
Danny
physical
DeVito is a
appearance.
fucking dreamboat in their opinion. Like, it's just fucking weird. It doesn't make any sense half the time.
Yeah. Well, again, personality can definitely get guys. Guys with personality.
Being funny.
Yeah, and not nearly as much for women. Yeah, it's not the same for sure.
I don't think it's that it doesn't work for women. I think that they're just not funny a lot of the time.
Yeah, they just they don't have
I'm
to.
not
They're
trying
pretty
to be
at all.
here. I'm just being like legit, like just not. Women just don't put in the work to be funny.
Yeah,
the way men do it's just reality.
Yeah, they don't have to. They can get laid just by being pretty, or just having a pussy, really. Yeah, for the most part. Like, some guy's gonna fuck you.
Like that old joke of like, oh, so you'll do. Like they just walk into the bar and walk up to a guy and be like, yeah, you're good enough.
Yeah. So they just don't have to. So they never bother developing any real deep personality or, a good sense of humor. It seems to work for society's, benefit, I guess. It works fine.
I suppose. I don't know. It seems kind of sad the way a lot of it plays out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think also guys, if the woman's attractive, especially early on in life, you will tend to attribute positive characteristics that aren't there. Like, they will seem smarter and funnier because you want to fuck them, and then later you realize they're fucking morons.
Yeah. Oh, man. Society's doomed. Oh, man. Did you see the Mama Mac stuff was kind of crazy, too. That seemed kind of interesting. It seemed like literally just a bunch of crazy made-up bullshit.
The first time I learned about that guy was when he had already been outed. I never fucking heard of the dude before that. When he got outed as being fucking phony. What was that, like a year ago? It was like a year ago, right? I think.
Yeah, a lot of those people, there's a lot of those people who are like hiring actors to pretend to be like pedophiles and stuff and not making it clear in the videos. And a lot of the people, like, as I understand, a lot of the actors were very upset. Because a lot of them were like, yo, you didn't say you were going to make me look like a pedophile for realsies, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking nuts, dude.
They're like, I almost got my ass beat because, like, these people fucking came up and were like, you're a fucking pedophile. And I'm like, no, it's just part of the video. Mm-hmm. It's a part that I played.
But apparently, I don't know how familiar you are with the original story, but, like, Mama Max was using that fucking I'm a pedo hunter shield to try to, like, fucking bully people into shouting out his channel and his videos and shit, like threatening them. The one with Moist Critical was the one that kind of got him finally, like, busted for doing it, because Moist Critical was like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I remember. Moist Critical made a whole video on it. Yeah, I remember. I didn't remember that was about Mama Max. I just remember that whole thing now that you're mentioning it. Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mama Max literally told Charlie.
Like, hey, I'm not here to be fucking blackmailed, you son of a bitch, basically.
Yeah, because Mama Max literally told Moist Critical, or Charlie, I could destroy you, and yet I choose not to. I was like, wow, that's fucking dark.
Not true.
That's a fucking...
that's not fucking true.
And also, Jesus Christ, dude, that's a fucking horrible thing to say to any other human being. So, it's crazy, because, Mudahar really does look like a fucking insane, just a lunatic. Like, he's a people-pleasing lunatic.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, yeah. Like that guy kept whatever his insanity is. He hid it very well for a long time.
Yeah.
Because yeah, until very recently, until the next taco shit, really, he had a pretty stellar reputation. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
And it turned out he was a fucking snake pretty much the whole time.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, that's fucking
I at
terrifying in a
this
way. Yeah.
point, anytime somebody starts talking about being a fucking pedo hunter in any respect, in any fucking respect, my immediate
Yeah.
thought is, are you fucking kids?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
Remember
just
the guy
because of
in
like how fucking crazy that whole genre of stuff is.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think maybe
Right.
they are
Yeah. No, it's
probably. You
just
know,
like
you would not necessarily go wrong thinking that was the case.
yeah, yeah, it is a little suspicious that you choose that fucking. Yeah, it's kind of like there was a guy that was like a super anti-child predator guy. He was like some politician and like a local politician. I
Yeah,
forget where, maybe Washington or Oregon somewhere. But yeah, it turned out he was fucking his fucking stepdaughter. You know, raping his fucking stepdaughter for
yeah.
fucking years. And you're like, fuck. I remember back in the day, like it was pretty notorious that, pretty common for any of the Republican senators that were railing against homosexuality to get busted with like meth and fucking a guy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. The number of fucking
Yeah,
senators and stuff that got
dude.
busted
Yeah,
for
that
banging
were like
fucking.
anti-homosexual
It was
were
just
always, almost always, any of the ones that really railed against it, it was quite clearly like a self-loathing situation because they always end up
it's
getting
always
caught in a
been one of
fucking
those
hotel
things like
somewhere.
that's silly because like literally it's like every fucking time. You know, like every fucking
Yeah,
time there's these guys that are like
yeah,
being homosexual is bad and it's like, oh, you're fucking men, aren't you? Like you just
yeah.
know,
Like,
like
we're
they're
gonna,
definitely
we're gonna
having
find
sex
you.
with men. Like that's what's going on, and they're like
There's gonna be
weirdly
a,
ashamed or they have some sort of weird
yeah.
morality kink or something, and it's like
Like, we're
no,
definitely gonna see some footage of late night at a hotel somewhere of this guy being caught with a dude.
yeah,
Yeah, like that. Yeah, you could
yeah.
almost fucking, yeah, you could pretty easily
Set your
predict
fucking
it.
watch by it, man.
Yeah, yeah. So it does seem like a similar thing that yeah, anybody that's overly interested in that subject, not everybody, obviously. The Alex Rosen guy, the predator poachers, the one that initially fucked up with EDP, like he actually went back to the drawing board and got in contact with police stations or whatever, police departments and all that shit, to figure out how to do it right to where he could get his content and get these people arrested.
Oh, good.
Um, yeah, he seems all right.
Look,
Um,
if they're managing to get people off the streets and actually get them in jail that are predators, then hey, that I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fucking
that's what
great.
was gross about the Mama Max thing is he wasn't even trying. He was
Yeah,
literally just telling the story and like making like 10 grand a month on fucking Patreon without
yeah.
actually
My
ever
thing would
doing
always
anything
be
other than complaining. So yeah, he never put any effort into trying to get any of them people arrested.
oh man,
Considering how much calling himself the pedo hunter and all that shit, like, you were cashing in. It's pretty funny that the fat ugly bitch Spencer kind of fucked you over too and became a problem. And, you know what I mean? Like they had a falling out because she's fucked up too.
yeah.
Like she's full of shit, just like he's full of shit. Yeah. In that situation, she's gonna be like, no, I want more. I want more. I'm doing a lot. I want more of the cut. I don't know that that's what happened, but it seems like that's what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that
that's
whole
kind of
that whole
funny.
thing is crazy.
Although, yeah, she didn't really have anything to do with him being disgraced. That really was like Mudahar, fucking, the other guys whose names I can't remember at the moment. Um, but it is funny that she turned on him and was like, "Yeah, fuck, you need to give me more money or whatever, or more Taco Bell, as they say." as everybody
The
was
amount
saying.
of Taco Bell was pretty impressive, but I gotta say,
Dude.
I was thinking it sounded to me like there maybe was more of a what do you call it? Oh, words failing me. I don't know why. Like
Right, I'm
maybe
not
it
sure
was
where
an
you're going.
order. Like if they ordered it, it came out to $30. You know, like the food cost plus the
Oh, it
delivery.
wasn't just hers.
Yeah,
Oh, I
even if it was
gotcha.
just hers, like I could see that being if it was like a delivery thing. Because you know, you could
Yeah,
get
yeah,
like, you know, like even right now, I think that the burritos are like between $5 to $8 or something,
Mhm.
and you could get like
Yeah,
3 fucking burritos. That's a pretty big meal, right? Like even for like $24. So
yeah.
I guess you could spend about 30 there if you really were trying to pack on the
Mhm.
pounds, maybe.
Yeah, I could
But if
definitely
it's
see both
delivery,
sides.
that makes sense. You know, maybe you order like a
Yeah,
burrito and a drink and some nacho, like a little one of those little chips and cheese
yeah,
nachos thing or whatever. That's
yeah.
not.
Yeah, she was definitely someone that was like again eating more than necessary too. So it's kind of like both
Oh,
all
she's a fatty.
possibilities are kind of equally likely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was not an attractive woman, and she was not in shape. She was definitely a porker. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're both
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
possible.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, also, I just like, you know, people. Also, if you get a lot, I was thinking if you get a lot of things modified on your food, because
Oh
now it's like
yeah, yeah.
everything like it used to be. You know, if you wanted this or that or the other thing, there wasn't any charge. It was just like an option. You know?
Yeah, if you wanted anything extra, like pickles and shit,
Yeah,
unless it was like
yeah, like
guacamole, something really pricey,
yeah, yeah. You
yeah, it
wanted
was
extra
usually
pickles,
free.
extra onions, extra tomatoes, or extra lettuce, extra sour cream. It was always like cheese and avocado were like the two things, or bacon. Cheese, avocado, and bacon were the things that would cost
Yeah,
you money, or like if you wanted to upgrade the meat from like ground beef to a steak or something, or chicken.
yeah,
Like if you
but
wanted the
yeah,
meat
stuff
to
like
not be
lettuce,
like sawdust and fucking meat fat, like
yeah, like
you had to
lettuce,
pay a little extra.
pickles, that kind of
Now it's
shit.
like
Any of the chicken
everything is
condiments,
like
onion.
$2 extra on the fucking burrito. You want like medium cheese instead of full cheese? That's 50 cents. You know, like it's silly. It's
Yeah, yeah,
silly how
literally
much that
everything.
costs now.
Yeah, especially with the price increases. Because again, the price increases at all these restaurants and fast food places seems to be far outpacing even the hyperinflation that's been going on.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that always seemed a little suspicious,
Oh yeah.
but maybe not.
The cost
Yeah, I'm like,
on
I don't
food
think
right
it's
now, like in
possible.
fast food places, is insane. It's absolutely insane, and it's
Yeah,
not indicative of their cost. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
because
it's
again,
not
everything
they're not
didn't
charging
double.
you based on what they're paying. They're charging you
Yeah, and they're
based
not
on
charging
just
about the
they
increase.
think they can get away with it, and they can. Obviously, there's no law against it. So
Yeah, yeah, I would not be surprised if we find out years later that they all colluded to all
yeah,
go,
yeah.
raise the prices a certain, like almost double.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's to try to make Trump look bad is part of it.
Yeah,
A lot of it because, and
yeah,
also I think that right now we're also dealing with the lingering inflation from shutting down
from
the
Biden.
economy for two
Yeah,
years. You know, like you can't shut down the economy for 2 years with zero consequence. It's just not real.
yeah,
That's not real life.
yeah. So what
This
was
doesn't
it?
work that life.
And
It
then
just
Biden,
yeah.
Biden just made it worse,
Oh yeah.
right? Like
Oh yeah.
he
Well, you were
wasn't doing
seeing
anything
like
to actually fix it.
skyrocketing prices under Biden. They started under Biden. I don't know why people are talking about it now like
Yeah,
as if it was only eggs. It's like no, it was like eggs and gasoline
yeah,
and all of your fucking groceries and like all
yeah.
that shit,
And
man.
that COVID was certainly responsible. It was a huge chunk of it, but it wasn't all of it. That wasn't all of the
Yeah.
reason.
It was a massive thing. It was going on. It's been going on for like a long time now. It's been going on for like the last 4 years at least. Prices have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
skyrocketing. Rent has been going up. It's not some sort of new thing that just started happening all of a sudden. It's silly. Um,
yeah, yeah. It is very odd.
like you can find articles from like fucking 3 years ago about Burger King and Taco Bell raising their prices.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a new thing that just started happening recently. That's been going on for years and years.
Yeah, so like I said, I would not be surprised if that ends up being the case. We find out fucking like a decade later.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would not. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of collusion going on between corporations when it comes to wages, rents, any number of things that are going on. You know, like that we're dealing with negative stuff going on. A lot of that
Yeah,
is
it
collusion
will
of some
kind
kind
of
or
almost
another.
happen. I mean, if there wasn't, I assume a couple of these places would have not increased that much, and they'd be cleaning up,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Exactly. I think even places that are independent, like I think there's a fair to middling argument that says there's a good chance that In and Out is not part of this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because they've
Okay.
always paid very well. Like their employees have
Yeah.
always been
Yeah.
paid very well, substantially more than the average person. So, or than the
Yeah.
average fast food
Especially
place.
that job.
So I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
fairly sure. I'm fairly certain. Obviously, I can't be
They're not in on
positive,
it.
but I'm fairly certain that they're not
Yeah.
in on it if there's companies in on this wage thing. And I think
That's
their
fine.
prices have not gone up that much.
Yeah. They're probably closer to matching the actual inflation numbers.
Yeah,
Not twice as much.
exactly,
Not as it.
exactly. Theirs are more related to the cost of the products, I imagine. Um,
Yeah. But we won't find out for a while.
I'm looking at
No
it right
whistle,
now.
no whistleblowers coming forward yet.
Let's see. The chain has raised their prices on the single and the double by 25 to 50 cents, depending on the location. See, that's not
Jeez.
a
Yeah, that's
that's not
nothing.
the same
Yeah,
as the other, because these other
that
places
is
their prices have like
definitely.
quadrupled. You know, what
Yeah,
was it? Was
yeah.
bean burrito used to be 50? What was it? I'm gonna look up
Like
on
79 cents, 99 cents maybe.
yeah, like 89 to 99
Yeah,
cents, depending on the day and the sales and stuff for like a bean
yeah,
burrito. Let's see. I don't know
yeah.
why Taco Bell comes up as one of the top Mexican foods. It's so fucking not Mexican food. Um,
Yeah, it's fine. It's not great. It's not horrible.
yeah, bean
But
burrito is
it's
three
not.
dollars and
Yeah,
65 cents. That's like 3 times what it used to cost. It used to be like 99 cents.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah, it's not. Are they still tiny? Because again, the burritos are tiny at Taco Bell, dude. Compared to like real
oh yeah,
Mexican
yeah, yeah.
places,
They're
where
still small compared to
gigantic.
like going anywhere else. Yeah, like anywhere else you go, a burrito is a meal. Definitely a meal.
Yeah,
Maybe two.
yeah,
Taco Bell, unless you're spending like $8 or $9, you're getting like
yeah.
you're wanting two
Yeah,
burritos
you're gonna
for a
need like
meal for most cases, I think.
at
Or like a
least.
burrito and a quesadilla or a taco or like some nacho like chips or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, their chips and nacho cheese is $3. Their chips and guacamole is $3.50. Those are things that used to be like $1 a piece. Well, the guacamole was never a thing there, but yeah. A lot of their stuff that
yeah.
used to be super cheap. Like, you can get a cheesy bean and rice burrito for $1.83, though.
It's not too bad.
That's not too bad. I don't know how big it is, like, as far as, like, how much weight it has.
Yeah, probably not
But,
all
yeah.
that large. But whatever. They at least have something that seems somewhat reasonable.
Yeah, you could get 2 warm, or Cinnabon Delights for $2. Which are donut holes with, like, cream in them, in the middle or something.
Oh, gotcha. You know, the caramel empanadas was caramel apple pretty good. I
Oh,
don't know
those
if
are
you ever
so
tried those.
fucking good. I don't think they have them anymore, but they
Yeah.
had them for a little while. And
Uh,
boy, howdy. I only had them like
yeah, I
twice.
love those things.
Like I had like one time, and then I ordered again.
Oh, God.
Like and
Yeah,
I
I
had
didn't
another
have them
one,
that
and
often.
then that was like a few weeks later. But then I never had it any other times, and I'm really regretting it now. Should have had more of those
Yeah, I didn't
empanadas.
have them that often, but when I had them, it was usually like at 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get at least 3 of these fucking things because they're so good.
I try to avoid fast food as much as I can. Like I genuinely try to
Right.
like not eat it as often as possible because like, you know, the
Yeah,
fuck
I hear you.
it can get expensive. You know, like it can get real expensive.
Yeah, very quickly. I hear you.
Let's see here. Oh man, I think I posted that video of the kid that got busted for drunk driving, even though he was stone cold sober.
I remember seeing that video when it came out. Yeah, I'm glad to follow up
And I
because
thought
yeah,
it was funny
Pop was an
because
asshole.
not only did that kid prove to be, you know, stone cold fucking sober, uh,
They arrested him anyway.
they arrested him anyways,
Like, oh,
and
you
he's
gotta get
suing the shit
going.
out of them, and they lost their qualified immunity, which is usually an indicator that they're fucked.
Right, right.
Like
Yeah,
usually that means,
that was
yeah, we're done
ridiculous.
now.
Yeah,
You're shit out of luck, you know, like you're fucking done. Um,
yeah, if you're abusing your authority that badly,
yeah.
qualified immunity is kind of out.
But it should be interesting to see how everything plays out with that. But I really like that the kid stopped on his way out to fucking like when he was leaving the first because they took him in after all the bullshit. Like he did all these sobriety tests, and then they did the breathalyzer, and he blew 0. He'd asked to do the breathalyzer from the get go a couple times. He's like, just fucking give me the breathalyzer
Yeah,
now. Let's skip this bullshit. I don't drink. You're not going to get any alcohol out of my system, so I don't fucking drink. And I didn't, you know, he's like, I don't drink or do drugs. Or something. He was saying something like that, if I remember correctly.
right, right.
Um,
Yeah,
and you know, they do the whole test, the blow 0, and then they still arrest him, which is ridiculous. Take him in, and the experts there run him through a whole jillion other
whole
fucking
mess of shit.
tests, all sorts of other
Mm.
nonsense, like taking blood pressure and testing his fucking reflexes, just fucking weird shit, right?
Yeah, and again, he passed the original.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
and he passed the
that
ones
too.
in the further
Yeah,
on ones just the same. Yeah, no
yeah. Okay.
problems there, which is you know not surprising. But these dudes like then they sent him and then let him go that night, like after hours and hours of wasting his fucking time. And he stopped to
Yeah,
talk to the
yeah.
original arresting cop, and he's like, "Yeah, how do you feel now? You know, now that you see I'm fucking walking out of here. You know, didn't do anything, any completely sober, but you feel real fucking dumb now." And the
I
cop
bet the
was
cop thinks the
unapologetic
kid
to
just
say the
somehow got away with
least.
it.
And so
Yeah, I
it's
was gonna
like,
say he probably still
oh,
thinks the kid just got away with it somehow
yeah,
in
he
his
stopped to
fucking
fucking
big top man.
rub it in that guy's face on the way out, and now they're suing. They tried to counter sue him for defamation. It's like, see, the problem is
Wow.
what he's saying has to be untrue, you dumb fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And literally,
Yeah, and anyone
it's in
watching that, all
video,
that
their
body cam.
own video, proving he's telling the truth. So,
Yeah,
like, there is
yeah.
no defamation. He was totally sober. You arrested him stone cold sober, you know?
That's a pretty disgusting move, dude, to try to counter sue
Oh, yeah, well,
for
they
what?
have more money. So, you know, like,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
deal
that's
is
what I'm
they just
saying.
bog it down as much as they can in court, and it costs them too much to defend or to fight or to sue them, and
Yeah,
they get away with it most of the time.
yeah. Or they
And
settle
this
for
kid will
way
probably
less than
have
they
a
would have got.
successful lawsuit and walk away with a fuck ton of money. But there, you know,
But yeah,
for
it's not going to
every
happen
one of
anytime
him that
soon.
happens, there's, you know, a dozen people that
Yeah,
get fucked because of that.
yeah, for
So,
sure, man. So it'll be nice to see. Like that, probably not happening anytime soon,
yeah, but
but
it'll
it'll
be
be
nice
nice
to
to see.
see. Hopefully he wins. We'll see. Wait and see
Yeah,
is the only thing we can do. But yeah, let's hope. Let's hope he gets fucking screwed. Uh,
yeah. Dude, I went to the. This is completely off topic, but I'm messing with jalapenos right now. So I bought a jar of jalapenos a few days ago, like last week, I guess,
oh,
and
okay.
along with a bunch of other shit when I went to the store. And as I was coming in, I was trying to shift all the bags to one side, you know, to open the door. And I thought I had looped all the bags I was carrying, but one of them I didn't. And naturally, that was the bag that had the glass jar of jalapenos in it, and that went, obviously shattered. But I'm like, fuck, dude, that's so many
Nice.
jalapenos. Like, I don't want to waste this. So I literally like use the hose outside to like spray this shit off and pull all of them, not all but like maybe a dozen of the little jalapeno slices.
Oh, damn.
Um, and the thing is, I could see little tiny shards in a few of them, not a lot. There wasn't many tiny little shards, like it was mostly big pieces. But yeah, I feel like most people were not dumb enough to try to salvage that, but
Nope. If it's
I,
broken,
I
if it's
powered
food
through.
in broken glass, it can fucking stay in the garbage for me.
Yeah, I can really fuck you up.
I'm not risking that. I don't know if it can. It might be perfectly fucking safe. But
Yeah. No, I mean, I was
I've been
super
told
careful
that it'll
as I
fuck me
was.
up enough times that I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I was. Well, here's the thing: I was running like every individual slice, like water running over it. Like I was making sure there was no pieces making it through. But it's
oh
still
yeah.
there is a possibility. Like I am pretty obsessive when it comes to shit like that. And also, as I'm taking them out, I'm looking over every single fucking jalapeno slice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, so yeah, I didn't just like scoop everything up and be like, oh, it might be fine. I mean, I went again every single jalapeno slice. I looked over pretty carefully before rinsing it off and after rinsing it off. So I
I
feel pretty good
mean,
about it.
you got to do what you got to do. That sounds like just.
Yeah, I think the main contributing factor was that I was going to be using them right then. Like if it was even like the next day or something, and I didn't already have like I want these jalapenos very badly in my mind. Most situations I probably would not have bothered,
oh yeah.
but I was really craving them.
Well, if
So
I
glass
hear
in
about
my
your
that's one
unfortunate
yeah.
demise due to some sort of complications from all the broken glass you've ingested,
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, very
then
soon.
I'll be very sad to hear that it happened.
Yeah, you can yeah, definitely feel free to qualify me or nominate because that would be pretty appropriate.
Oh yeah, fair enough, fair enough. As long as hey, as long as we're all on the same page.
Yeah, yeah, no, that would definitely be a fucking pretty dumbass way to go. But
Dumb
that seems like
ways
it'd
to
be fitting for
die.
me.
So many dumb ways to die. That's the. I
Yeah,
love that fucking Australian.
I guess.
like fucking, like let's educate the kids with this really catchy tune about fucking death. They'll love it.
Yeah, what was that one? Thousand Ways to Die? That show was
No, it was
like I know they had the
maybe it was a
Darwin.
thousand ways. I thought it was dumb ways to die, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It was Ways to Die. Either way,
Probably a
some
thousand
form of
dumb
Ways
ways
to
to
Die.
die. Probably like a
Yeah, like
mix of both or some shit.
yeah. I mean, like the Darwin Awards was up for fucking way before even that. Where you'd hear about people dying in stupid ways,
Oh
getting
yeah.
the Darwin Award was for people who died in stupid ways and did humanity a favor by removing themselves from the gene pool. I guess
Yep.
that was the rationale behind the Darwin part of it. So yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I feel like my obsessive nature is going to actually protect me on this one.
Hey, you know what? If
Something
you
I
rinsed it
normally do.
off with the water, honestly, like I think if you rinsed it off with the water really carefully,
Yeah,
you're probably all right.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
joking
No, I
aside,
definitely, like
yeah, and I
I
don't think you're gonna like fucking
said,
be like
yeah, like
taking
I
a
said,
piss, soon, and then like, oh, that's a lot of blood coming out in my urine, or anything like crazy like that.
yeah, yeah. And I'm sure I've eaten at least 100 of the slices by now over the last week or so. So
Oh yeah.
I think I'm good.
Well, all those
Yeah, I've eaten a
jalapeno
lot of
slices in
jalapeno.
the jars are pretty fucking mild. They're not uh, real rough on the system.
Yeah, no, the glass would be the issue. Yes, for sure.
Uh,
The shards of glass
well, I mean that's why you
would be the main
eat a ton
concern.
of them because they're so fucking mild. They're like
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah, it's a
other
good taste.
peppers where you want just like a tiny little bit. That one's like, no, just put like a fucking handful on that sandwich. That's all right, you know.
Yeah.
Let's go and need them.
Yeah.
They're not
Other than
strong
that,
enough
it's
to be,
funny.
you know.
Dude, it's funny. For the longest time, probably until my, mid-30s at least, I had only eaten pickled jalapenos. Like, only slices or whatever the fuck. And then I ate a real one, like an actual jalapeno pepper,
Oh, like
and
one
then I
that hadn't
realized,
been like preserved like that. Oh yeah,
yeah, they're a lot hotter.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, no, a
Like
fresh
that.
jalapeno for sure, man.
Yeah, I did not. I was unaware of that. I think it was Five Guys because Five Guys doesn't use pickled jalapenos; they use actual jalapenos.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is actually fucking hot." I mean, it's really good, so I'm still gonna eat it. But goddamn, it's burning the shit out of me.
Oh man, yeah. You got to be careful with those things, man. Jalapenos are fucking hardcore. They are not fucking around. Oh man, what was
Indeed.
there was a few other things on that list. Hold on. Oh, I got a direct message. Interesting. They're having
Yeah.
some sort of event tomorrow, and they want to know if I'm going. I'm like, yeah, it's Friday night. I'm fucking. I don't got a life. I'll be there.
Well, what is that? Like one of your VR chat?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Oh, I liked the comment I found on some other video about the LMNOP crowd. You know, this guy's
Oh, the
a proud member of the
IDGAF. Yeah.
IDGAF plus community.
Yeah,
That
that's
shit
another
was
one,
good.
dude. Yeah, it's kind of like Dioreo's assessment of iDubbbz and fucking Anissa's tattoos.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while, I'll say, there's plenty of shit that I find funny, but there's sometimes some shit where like I'm genuinely envious that I didn't come up with it, and that was definitely one of those too.
Yeah. Well, Diorio
Cause
was pretty accurate, you know, and those tattoos are pretty
yeah,
fucking. They're
yeah,
bad
that's
tattoos,
what I'm
man.
saying. But it's like something that's so basic. You're like, God damn it, why didn't I think of that? It's fucking hilarious. Like, why didn't I fucking think of that? Like, yeah, no, their tattoos really do look like shitty skateboard deck art.
Very much so. Oh
Yeah, it's
man.
a pretty accurate description. Did you see him on Hassan's stream, this charity stream, where he finally watched the content nuke about him?
Oh, Hassan actually watched the nuke and then videoed it while he was
Yeah,
doing it. Oh no, that had to
yeah. Well, they
be.
did like a charity thing to cover for Creative
Oh,
Clash probably not making any
How
money
much
for
money did
charity.
he make on his charity?
I think it was close to 200 grand, so that was nice.
Oh wow, that's actually kind of
Yeah,
impressive. You know what? I mean, it's for
yeah,
charity.
yeah.
Good thing
That is
he's
good.
bringing in money for
Yeah, you're
charity,
not gonna
man.
find anything for actually making
Yeah.
money for charity.
I'm sure
Indeed.
he was as childish and pathetic about it as one would expect.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh yeah,
doubt
it
it
was
was
pretty
something I
bad.
would have really honestly enjoyed watching.
Yeah. Well, it was fun watching Diorio watch it.
I did not watch Diorio watch it yet. I'll probably watch that though for sure because that's the difference
Yeah,
right
I
there.
think it's
I don't
yeah.
catch
That was
Diorio's
last night, I
streams
think.
on the day that they're on most of the time. I kind of
Yeah, you gotta
prefer to
get the
watch the
chopped up
VODs
version.
because they're a little easier to deal with. I
Yeah,
can't
more digestible.
necessarily
Yeah.
commit the amount of time right when the streams are on. I'm usually
Yeah.
doing other stuff.
Yeah, you can't usually just watch 5 to 7 hours of a video straight.
No, yeah, it doesn't work for me that way.
Priorities are all fucked up, my
Yeah, it doesn't really work for me that way so much. It's real pain in the ass.
friend.
But
Yeah, I'm telling
yeah,
you, priorities are all out of whack, dude.
yeah. Well, I gotta increase my foothold on the drug trade somehow, man. I can't.
Gotcha. All right,
Can't
fair enough.
gotta do this. I don't know if you've heard of Schedule One yet.
Mm,
It's like
Um,
the
no.
latest sort of funny little game. It's a very cartoony drug game where you make and manufacture and grow drugs. So like you're growing your own weed and selling it and all that kind of shit,
Yeah.
and then you like expand into
Uh,
meth and then cocaine, and you buy like businesses to launder your funds and shit. Like, it's pretty goofy.
Oh wow, it actually goes into like starting legitimate businesses
Yeah,
to like
I own the
launder.
post office and the laundromat right now, and sooner or later I'll be buying Taco Ticklers, the local taco restaurant, so I can launder more money there because I'm at a point where I'm earning a pretty good amount of cash on a regular basis. I'm bringing in like 5 to 10K a day in drug trade
Yeah.
because I have 3 dealers working under me.
Taco Tickler sounds like a fucking strip club, like a
That does sound like a strip
club.
club name, and I had not.
Doesn't
I
it?
never thought of that until you said
Yeah.
that. Now I can't
Yeah.
not think of that. Thank you
That's
so
probably
much.
got it. Yeah, that's probably what went into the fucking. I'm assuming you didn't come up with that name, right? That was in the game, or
No, it was in the game, yeah.
that has to be a fucking joke. That has to have been a fucking
And I
joke.
missed it because now that you've said it, I can't not see it as Taco Ticklers, but I never thought of it as a strip club name. Yeah, it's just it's one of your main customers when you first start the game is one of the guys that works at Taco Ticklers. Because like you slowly work your way through contacts, right? So like you start off, like 1 or 2 people in town, and you deal them weed, and they come and buy it for you every day, and they're very cartoony looking people, and it's not very real looking.
Yeah.
And you're growing your weed, and you go out and you sell it to them, and you get your cash, you put it in at the ATM, and then eventually you get to the point where like you got a dealer working underneath you, and you're not in a shitty hotel room now. You're in like a sweatshop over the Chinese food place, growing more weed, fucking selling to more people. And then you're like, oh well, you could only put $10,000 in the bank every week before the government looks at it. And you're like, shit, that's actually true. Like, I didn't realize that shit's actually fucking mad. That's a real fucking law.
Don't spend over $7,000 cash on a vehicle.
Yeah, so then you got to go buy like a laundromat, and the laundromat can let you launder a certain amount of money every day, so that you can, you don't want to keep all your money in cash. Because I think if you get arrested, I haven't gotten arrested yet. So it's very easy to run from the cops.
That's a little too on the nose, isn't it? It's like it being a laundromat, you launder money.
Yeah, your first laundering money thing is a laundromat. Yeah, and then the next one you buy a post office, which you can't really buy post offices. But my favorite part so far is after you've unlocked all 4 of the strains of weed that they have in the game that you sell like normally, that you just buy seeds for. You know how you like have all the crazy fucking names and hybrids and all that other shit. Here in this game, you don't grow those. You make them by mixing the weed buds with different things in a fucking mixing bowl with a pair of beaters. Like, the machine has like a mixing bowl with beaters that come down and mix it. So like, you put your weed in with donuts, and it comes out as a different type of weed, and like you can add mouthwash or batteries, hot peppers, bananas, like Adderall, like just all sorts of weird shit. Iodine, I think it's one of the mix-ins. Gasoline, you can throw in the mix if you want. Make some gasoline, and you can do the same thing with the meth. Like when you make your meth crystals and sell them, you can like mix them with different additives to make different strains of meth, like fruity diesel meth and fucking crazy shit. It's very goofy and entertaining. And what I didn't expect as far as realism goes is as you progress through the game, like your customers become more addicted. And sometimes they'll just run up and grab you and be like, I fucking need a fix. Sell me some shit. Like wherever you're at. And so you have to sell to them then, or they'll just start trying to beat you up and stab you with a knife and shit. Like
they're acting like that and they have money. That's a little weird.
It makes no sense. Yeah, it's not how it works in real life, but their object wasn't to make the game too real, because then people would, be really upset. It's very cartoony. Yeah. I love the fact that you buy like an industrial cake mixer as your upgraded mixing station and start throwing in like 20 buds of weed with 20 fucking energy drinks, you know?
Fantastic. That's pretty crazy.
A very entertaining game. Highly recommend. Although you got your hockey thing going, so.
Right. Yeah. Still hooked on the hockey, dude.
Oh, Carmelo
Playing
Anthony is apparently his lawyer is just making them look worse and worse and worse. Going
I didn't
after
get to
the
that
dad
one.
again about the dad showing up at the press conference that was open to the public.
Oh wow.
And I thought it was funny because everybody's stressing the fact that the dad didn't argue, didn't yell, didn't scream, didn't attack anybody, didn't do anything. He just left quietly as he was asked to, and somebody in the comments was like, now apply this entire argument to Anthony being asked to leave the tent.
Right.
You know, the kid being like...
That's pretty vicious. God damn.
Oh, they want me to start the event tomorrow.
They're trying to make you MC the event? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. They had a last minute family dinner thing they got to go do. So my the guy that runs it and his wife, they have to go to a fancy dinner. The funny thing is they're like they're like the same person. It's weird.
Yeah. Oh, the husband and wife, you mean?
Yeah, like before they got together, they were the same person, and now they're even more the same person. You know what I mean? Like they were just so fucking similar to each other, and then they met, and it was like, oh yeah, those two are gonna be together. Like they're they're like two halves of the same fucking coin. There's no fucking way that's not gonna end up with them together. Come on now, we all see it coming. You know.
Right.
But that's a trip, man. That's a trip. I gotta start the event, which means literally I just go and fucking take everybody to like a karaoke room. Like there's nothing really like it's nothing, it's no work involved. I just have to be there. So.
All right. Sounds.
Let's see. Oh, did you hear Somali got hit with another fairly major charge? And I think this one could be extremely bad for him at this point.
Yeah, what is that one? Yeah, that's another one I didn't quite get to.
I don't know if I posted a video about that one, honestly, because I was kind of like, doesn't need a whole video for it. But
yeah, no, I saw you did post it, but I didn't get to it. Yeah, I remember seeing it, but not actually watching it. Yeah,
he got hit with another count for the deepfakes, which is really not good for him because those are the most serious charges he's facing.
In South Korea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, porn being illegal in South Korea is a big deal. Like, you can't. He's really fucked when it comes to that because those are the ones that could be 20 years, like between the two of those.
Yeah. That one was out of many ill-advised.
It was not. It was not a choice he should have made.
Yeah. It's like and he even did it using South Korean, like a South Korean streamer, right? Like it's not even like he used somebody from out of the country to do it. Which maybe doesn't make a difference legally. I don't know.
No, because it was their citizens. It's actually, I think, is worse.
Yeah. Okay. It does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, they can't really protect somebody else's citizens. You know what I mean? Like, other than the fact that he's making porn and porn itself is illegal, it's not a crime for him to make deepfakes of other people, unless they're not really gonna. They don't really have a lot of room for going after him on that one, I don't think. But
yeah. Whoever didn't like. I feel like there's no way that they told him how serious that was, and he still did it. As crazy as that guy is, I still feel like they downplayed it and like wanted him to do it or something. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That whole thing is crazy. But he did it. He did it for a lot of people, and I think he did it because he thought it was funny, and that it was good
Right.
content,
And also, yeah, also
and he
very, very
wanted to
antagonistic.
be antagonize a bunch
Yeah.
of people that didn't really deserve to be antagonized.
Yeah, that did nothing to him, right? Or nothing serious anyway, I would imagine.
Yeah, they did nothing wrong. They're not necessarily good people, the people he did that to. But
Right. Yeah, they weren't fucking with him, I assume, unprovoked.
no, no, they weren't. But yeah, it's oh, what is it? It's 10.5 potential years each.
Wow.
So yeah, that's not such a good thing for him. That's actually really fucking no bueno. No bueno. He's looking at some serious fucking charges there, potentially.
Yeah. And he's still free though, right? Like they still haven't like
The
made him
they
stay in jail, right?
they basically are just giving him enough rope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like they're basically like going,
Like they were
okay, well,
benefiting.
if you want to do this dumb shit, like that's on you. We're gonna keep
Yeah. Well, it
charging you
sounds like
because
the
you're gonna keep
system.
committing crimes. So that's good. That's gonna
Yeah,
work
it
out
sounds
for
like
you.
the South Korean system kind of doesn't like to hold people being charged or whatever while the trial and shit's going on, which is nice. But I assume in this case, that's a big part of it. They're like fucking up, and keep making shit worse. So yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead and stay out of jail.
yeah. He's really fucked, man. I don't know what he was thinking there. That was a real fucking doozy of a choice to make right there. So we'll see how that goes for him. I think it's going to go very, very poorly.
I wish I knew what was going on in that dude's head
Well, he keeps
because
stacking
I
charges,
can't.
man. That's the part that's nutty.
Yeah, but I can't decide if he's just that crazy or if he genuinely believes keeps doing that. If he keeps being such a pain in the ass that they're just going to deport him. You know
Well,
what I mean? Like, is he just
now
crazy
he's
or is it a
talking about
calculated?
how alcohol is his problem, and if only he wasn't drinking. Like I think he's trying to aim for the like I think
Oh,
he
okay.
thinks he can
I'm going to go to rehab.
be reluctant and blame it all on the alcohol, and that they're going to just be like, oh well, you know what? Now that he's talking about being sober on his streams, we're going real
Mm-hmm.
easy on him because it was just the alcohol. His mommy said it was only the alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I
All
think
right. That's an
he's
interesting.
aiming for that, where he's going to start trying to blame the liquor for a lot of the stuff that's going on right now. Because he
All
doesn't seem
right.
like the kind
That's
of guy
probably his
that's
only hope.
smart enough to uh, doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's smart enough to he just seems so fucking
Yeah,
dumb.
come up with
Honestly.
that.
Come up with that on his own. I'm guessing he has a shitty lawyer.
Yeah, the lawyers. Yeah, he has
The
a fucking
lawyer is like
a
a
real shifty
real
lawyer type.
yeah. Well, he's like a, what do you call it? Like a tax attorney.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So he's like a tax attorney.
That's
And
doing criminal defense.
yeah, and you kind of have to wonder, like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like what are you smoking, man? Like, you hired a tax attorney to do your fucking
Was
to
this one of his
fucking.
followers or something? Like, why would you hire a?
I don't know. I
Like,
think it
was
has
he
something
getting?
to do with Hank.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No idea why he thought that was going to work out in the long run.
Yeah, it seems like a
Yeah.
criminal defense public defender would be better than whatever tax attorney he hired. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Mind bending.
It's just two
Fucking
separate.
mind bending, dude.
Is he still facing charges in two separate?
Yeah. So the way they work is like there's charges in two separate areas, and this is from the other area. So like he's eventually gonna get fucked. Like there's no way out,
Yeah.
right? Like he's kind of
Yeah.
done. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know how this is gonna play out, honestly. But he's still not on trial yet until the 15th. So there's still 7 more days for just random shit.
Some more charges to bring up.
Yeah, so there's probably gonna be more. Um, I'm so confused. Like, how did he think this was gonna end? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It seems like it's just him being going way too far with the shit and getting people around him.
Yeah, he's gonna be fucked. I don't know what's gonna happen for
Yeah,
this poor guy. He's definitely he's gonna be in jail for a long time, probably.
yeah.
I don't know.
Especially
Well, I
early
mean,
on, I
a
have to
long time for
assume.
what he did. It's probably gonna be like 5 years or something. It's probably not gonna be like an insane like long sentence, but considering
Well,
the
I don't know.
crimes
Those
he
court
committed,
sounds.
5 years. Although he might go for a really long time on the
Yeah,
deepfake
the
charges
deepfake
if he
porn
doesn't start
thing.
changing his fucking tune. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I really think, or this again, speculation, but I feel like there's a strong possibility that somebody also told him after the initial shit that if he just keeps being annoying and keeps being more annoying, just deport him instead of prosecuting him. Like I would not be surprised if somebody gave him that advice early on, and it appears
Yeah,
that they were very badly mistaken.
that's
Like that, I
possible.
don't know. Yeah, it's either that or he is that just that fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out because I think he's gonna be the first one to get sentenced. But then there's gonna
Oh,
be a
before
bunch of
the
other
Cali.
ones.
Yeah, the one with the battalion in the Philippines is interesting.
I think he got a lucky break recently on the charges, though. Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
um, where it was like what do you call it? Oh, something got like downgraded or removed or something.
Yeah, I think there was something about
It was like
it's
the
not
car
that you can
theft. I
start
think is not
motorcycle
going to be a
company.
car theft. Like they threw that one out where he took the scooter down the street.
Yeah, I heard there's something about it and him not actually starting the motorcycle or whatever.
Something like that. And so that was one of the ones that would have been like the longest time as far as like prison sentences.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out with all of them. To be fair, I'm really hoping that the way it plays out is they all end up going to prison for at least 5-6 years apiece. Because
Yeah, yeah,
that's what
long
it'll
enough
take
to
to fucking stop this shit in the
keep
future.
others
You know what I
away.
mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They definitely should be going as hard, just as a deterrent to any of the other assholes
Oh
that
yeah,
want to do
dude.
some extreme bullshit.
And I hope they put him in jail for a long fucking time. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Just I mean, if I be, I don't know how much I would laugh, but I know that it would be for a very long time if Johnny Somali ends up with like a fucking what do you call it, a fucking like a 20-year sentence or something crazy. Like, I gotta be honest, I would find that very, very fucking entertaining. He ended up
Oh yeah,
going to
no, I
prison
definitely
for,
wouldn't feel
like,
bad for
fucking,
anybody.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that would be amazing. I would love that.
That would be beautiful. Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah, we can only hope.
Shit, I wonder what's going on with the guy that sprayed the bug spray all over the produce in the Walmart. Wonder where that.
Um, I don't know. I think his trial is still in progress. If I remember correctly,
Yeah, that was pretty recent. Yeah,
didn't he
so probably
also have
hasn't happened.
previous charges for similar shit? Like tampering with food and stuff? Like, this isn't his first time tampering with food?
I
If I'm
don't
not
remember on that
mistaken?
one.
Or maybe I'm
It
thinking of
could
the
be. I
chick that
can't
peed
remember.
on all the food. The chick that was doing the peeing on all the food for OnlyFans? She was peeing on all the groceries and
Oh
stuff in the grocery store. And she just like
God!
peed on everything. She peed on everything. Like, and then she pooped on some stuff. For other, like, all
What?
for OnlyFans content too, which really makes it gross.
What the fuck is wrong with people? Like her doing is bad enough. Was requesting that.
Yeah, that's when you really want to wonder exactly. It's like, why
Yeah.
is
What the
anybody
fuck?
requesting that?
Yeah. Because again, I assume whatever she's getting, fairly decent amount do something that's so risky and disgusting. You know?
Yeah, I don't understand like why she would do that, but she did, and she's gonna go to jail for a long time. She definitely had other charges previously, or that just they keep finding more and more stuff that she did. I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
hope the bug spray guy and the pea girl both need to be like never
Yeah.
let back out of
Made
prison, in
examples
my
of.
opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you can throw at them. Maximum sentences all around.
Yes.
Yeah,
That.
we need to do the same thing that South Korea and the Philippines are doing and start setting some examples.
Yes. 100%. But also just because, like, they're fucking with people's food, man.
Yeah,
That's so fucking
yeah.
gross, you know? Like,
It's like evil, dude.
yeah. And who knows how many people, like, ended up eating. Because the guy with the roach spray, I don't know if he really did, or he really didn't, or whatever,
Just
but he
claiming it.
claims he went and
Yeah,
bought all this stuff and took it off the shelves.
yeah, I doubt it.
So even though like he sprayed it with the
Possible,
roach
but I doubt
spray, nobody could have got it because he went and he took it off the shelf, so it's all okay.
it. Yeah, although he definitely left and came back, so whether it did or not, even if nobody actually grabbed it, that easily could have
It shows a
fucked him up.
complete and utter negligence. So I don't
Yeah,
know. There's been a lot of like clout goblins that don't get enough punishment, in my opinion.
yeah. Like what happened to the fucking ice? You know what I mean? The ones that lick the ice cream and put it back.
Oh, I don't remember what
Remember those
happened to them.
guys?
Like they just got like a like mild fine or something.
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure
I don't
either.
know, but like that wouldn't surprise me, sadly. Um,
Oh, damn it. I
but
forgot I had the dog, dude. I forgot I had the grandpuppy. It's fucking horrible.
you forgot you had the dog.
Well, I went and got something to eat. It's all right, Boop. You're okay. You're still alive. That's good. All right. He did not perish in the 15, 20 minutes I made food and left him in the room. What?
Oh my
We're
God,
just going outside.
he
Not
was
going
alone
for
for
a
how
walk.
long? You
I had
monster!
almost like possibly 20 minutes. I
You
know.
monster! How could you do this to that poor innocent puppers?
Stop. Being a pain in the butt. He gets so excited when he sees me putting the leash and like doesn't sit still.
Oh no.
It takes me like a minute and a half to put the fucking halter on him. Yeah. Oh shit! Have I told you? Have I talked to you about the shit that's going on at the store? You know where I've been walking to and back or whatever
No, what's
with the
been
other
going
dog.
on?
Fucking bitch. Have I? Did I tell you that there was like a there's a bitch that works there that has like a couple dogs. She lives somewhere very close by. She just works. Hold on, Luke, hold on. Like she lives like right behind the store, so pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
And she has a couple dogs, and the dogs will accompany her down there. Never has them on a leash.
Oh, come on, man.
And also,
If you're gonna
like the
have your
main
dogs
dog
out
was
in
always with.
public, they should be on a leash, man.
Yeah, yeah,
And not even for like
yeah,
the public, but just for the dog safety, dude.
yeah. For everyone's safety, dude, including the dog. Yeah.
But I mean,
All right. So,
primarily for the
anyways,
dog safety, in my opinion, because it's like,
yeah,
man, even if
yeah,
you have the most well-behaved, properly trained dogs, there's always weird circumstances in which they can just end up bolting the wrong direction and like get hit by a
yeah.
car or something.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like
Well, dude, there was
that's
one time where because we have to cross like a fairly one of the main road in town, really main road in town, like between the freeway and the town I live in. Um, we were in the like kind of standing in the median, so we've crossed one layer of traffic, and we're sitting on the median waiting for traffic to clear out. And she was walking up, and that dog came bolting straight at us. And I literally had to like scream at him, dude. And I'm like, no, no, no. Like it wasn't until the third time when it got really loud, and he stopped about 3 feet short of the white line
oh
between
wow,
the, he was already on pavement, and he was about to cross into fucking traffic. And yeah, and the bitch still doesn't fucking do it. And every single time, he gets into it with my grandpuppy, and it's literally the only living organism I've seen my golden retriever grandpuppy be aggressive and angry at is this fucking dog.
wow. Well, that is
Yeah,
obnoxious.
yeah. And the bitch still won't fucking do anything. The bitch still will not even put him on or have a leash with you at least. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even that much would make a big difference in my mind. And
Oh yeah.
the last time, because yeah, and it's 100% this dumb fucking old methed out fucking crack meth whore, dude. Um, yeah, so, maybe not, but it's if I had to guess, that would definitely be my first guess. If she's an older fucking meth out cunt. But anyways, like the first time, the dog kind of came around the corner by itself, like about 2 or 3 minutes before she got there. And the dogs were checking each other out, doing the typical, whatever the dogs do when they meet. They were fine. They were getting along fine.
Yeah, yeah. Nose to
As
butt,
soon as she walked
walk
up,
around in circles. You know.
yeah, yeah. And again, as soon as she walked up, then her dog started getting aggressive, and I kind of had to pull mine back and whatever. And there's been a few minor ones where that dog doesn't seem to understand that he doesn't need to be anywhere near me and my dog. So there's been about 3 or 4 incidents, and finally, this last time, a couple days ago, um, I went down. It was pretty late. I usually try to go really early or really late to actually avoid this situation. But this time I was there for like maybe 15 minutes sitting out front. I'll usually, drink an energy drink and fucking smoke a couple cigarettes. Um, yeah, that dog, came around the fucking corner again. And this time, like, it was really fucking close. Like, my dog was literally growling and fucking snapping and really trying to get at that fucking dog. And again,
Wow.
I did not think my
That's a
dog could
golden
actually be
retriever
that
too.
aggressive.
That's weird.
Yeah, yeah, he's never done anything remotely like that. Like me and my son, like a week or two ago, we're literally talking about how, like, if anyone attacked us and we were in a fight, I'm not sure he would understand that it was bad and have to, try to protect us. And
Usually,
now,
even for a green, even with golden retrievers, like if it's genuine hostility, they can usually be pretty defensive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm definitely sure he can do it towards another dog.
Oh,
The
yeah.
human one, possibly. But
I
even
bet
that
if
seems
somebody
kind
walked
of
up and like
unlikely.
slapped you in the face, he'd be like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah, he might still think you're playing if you don't hit him too hard.
No, I mean if
He's
somebody hit
fucking weird.
you in front of him. Like, I
Oh,
bet if
gotcha.
somebody hit
Oh,
you in
gotcha.
front of him, he'd be ready
Yeah,
to go.
yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, this last time, dude, I was so fucking furious because this time she didn't even have a collar on this fucking dog. At least the
Oh
other time
no,
she could
dude!
grab him by the
Fuck that
collar.
noise.
This time she was trying to grab like the nape of his fucking neck to pull this pretty large. It's not a huge dog, but he's probably about the same size, maybe a little bigger than my grandpuppy. And this fucking old fucking skinny cracked out fucking white bitch is trying to grab him by the nape of the neck. And the first time she did it, all she did was take him over, and there's like this set of stairs at the one end of this little parking lot. Parking lot's probably 50 feet wide, 50, 60 feet wide. And there's like stairs that lead to the up thing. It's an Asian family, I think, that lives up there, right?
Maybe
That
if you
owns it
buy
and
a
lives up
leash
there.
and give it to her.
Dude, I've been very tempted to ask, but they're always so few and far between that this was kind of the first time when I was like so angry. Like I'm always pissed off. I've been pissed off every fucking time, but I held my tongue.
Oh yeah, well I
This
mean,
was the
any
first
chance
time.
that the dogs are gonna get in a fight, that's not gonna make anyone happy.
Yeah. Okay, so basically what she did is she took the dog and I'm sitting kind of pretty much in the middle on the chairs that are essentially in like the middle of that parking area, right?
Yeah.
She takes the dog, and there was another dog that came along with him, and she like took that dog and just took it to the underneath those stairs at the one end of that parking lot, basically, and for some reason thought he was just gonna stay. Which is fucking like, how the fuck did you not know he wasn't gonna immediately go back? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He really thought he was just gonna stay without being restrained at all.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like one of the first times, there's like a gate that kind of leads to the side and around back of the place. But even that, like the dog just ran around it. The gate doesn't go all the way down or whatever, so it just had to run like to the side and then up. Like it was like an extra 30 feet maybe. So yeah, I don't understand why she thought that was going to work. But that was a time when my dog was actually like literally growling and viciously snapping at this fucking dog, right? And so then she's like, she's gotten and kind of gets him away a little bit, and then she's like still not like, I don't know if I was her, because I think she works there part time, in addition to just fucking showing up at random all the fucking time. She wasn't trying to get him inside or do anything. She was trying to just like hold him there. And my dog, as long as that dog is fucking 20 feet, maybe 20 feet away, like he's gonna be fucking feet up, and I'm gonna have a hard time fucking controlling him.
Oh yeah.
So I finally had to fucking yell at her. I'm like, would you fucking get him inside so I can get my shit and leave? And then she finally brought him inside.
Yeah,
like I had to tell her to do that. Dude. Yeah, I was very close to like a murderous rage. I have absolutely gone through the scenario in my head because I have two large knives that I can tack for when I'm walking him on the desert. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
In addition to like jerky
if
and
you're
plenty of water
walking
and all
out
that
in the woods
shit.
and you don't have like a knife and some water and some food, like you're out of your mind.
Yeah, I think both of them, the blades are like about 4-inch blades, I'd say, on both of the knives. One of them's like a pretty sharp one. The other one's more of a slashy type. It's one of those ones that kind of has like a little bit of a serrated one, and then like all the rest of it till the end is regular edge or whatever, kind of curved.
Yeah.
So that one's more for slashing. But I have definitely imagined myself like burying the one in the base of the dog's skull and slashing its throat with the other.
Exactly.
Like multiple times. I'm like, this is what I'm going to have to end up doing. Because at this point, I don't even care.
No choice. I'm going to have to defend my dog.
Yeah.
There's really no.
Yeah, no, I don't even care if my dog starts it. At this point, I don't even care if my dog initiates it.
Oh, well, I mean, it's clear
I am
she's
still gonna
she's
fucking
not
kill that dog.
making sure her dog is being behaved. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
her
yeah.
dog
I
is
don't think
completely
she's
out
done
of fucking
any kind of.
control. Like, clearly.
Yeah. Because again, me and my son are pretty lax on any kind of obedience shit. Because I don't know, I feel like you almost have to break them to full obedience shit. Maybe not, but
But I
I
mean,
worry about
what are
that.
you
So like, I
aiming
don't make
for
them
though?
too
Like, because
much.
like I consider a dog to be obedient if it's not constantly barking. Like, I mean, I understand if it's barking like a little bit if some weird shit's going on out in
Yeah.
front of the house or something. But if most of the
Right.
time the
Right.
dog is relatively quiet, it doesn't pee and shit in the house, and
Yeah.
it doesn't like jump up on people if they tell it to stop. Like, that's as far
Yeah.
as I would be
Yeah.
concerned about. Like, as far as obedience goes, like, is what I would be expecting from the dog.
Yeah. I think it's pretty minimal, dude. I don't think you have to fucking have them do like everything perfectly all the.
Well, I
Yeah, as
mean,
long as they listen to
I'm
you
not
and you
saying
tell
like
them
it
to knock
has to
shit
be
off.
100%. I'm just saying, like, generally
Yeah,
speaking,
no,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
my main concern is if he's doing some shit he shouldn't be doing, does he stop it when I tell him to stop it? That's really
Yeah,
as
yeah,
far as
yeah,
I
yeah.
with
Exactly.
dog behavior.
You know, pretty much. That's pretty fair. Yeah. I'm just thinking
And my
like,
dog,
you know, the dog seems like as long as it's, you know, as long as it's not too crazy, like it shouldn't be an issue.
yeah, but it's very clear this dog does not listen to anything this bitch says to him.
Yeah.
Every single time she has had to drag him away. And again, this time, not even a collar on this fucking dog. And again, he's not a huge dog, but she's not a huge person. So it's fucking insane to not have a, first of all, the leash, obviously, but to not even have a collar on him anymore. I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, and everybody's telling me I should call like animal control, which it feels a little snitchy, but also like
Well, I
she's
mean, if it's to
blatantly
keep your
fucking
dog from getting in
wrong.
a fucking fight with this dog, you know what I mean? Like, if you
Yeah,
ended up in a
yeah,
like serious problem.
yeah, yeah. So now I'm just not gonna go to the store anymore. Basically,
Oh,
I'm
that's
just not
too
walking
bad.
into the store anymore. Yeah, yeah. But whatever. I mean, the people that own the place obviously see that happening. Like it's cool. But and it's a little weird to complain about it, I guess, because they let me bring my dog inside and fucking whatever. But he is always on a harness and a leash. You know what I mean? I'm not letting him fucking run loose. I'm not letting him run up on customers. Although he wants to get at every cut. You know what I mean? He wants to be friends with everything. Well, except this new dog, whatever. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like he wants to be friendly to everything. So he tries to run up on people a lot, but I stop him and he behaves when I tell him to stop.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, like that dog clearly has no idea of what commands are even. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I remember she's like, yelling at her dog, like, "Stop it, you idiot!" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's not the idiot here. You
No.
fucking cunt."
No, it sounds like
He's
this
doing what
lady's
he would
just
do.
not taking care of her dog, like, at all, you know?
Yeah, I haven't really asked her. I probably should have because I am really curious what her fucking answer would be. Why she can't be bothered to have a fucking leash in public. Like I feel like it's gonna be some weird hippie shit. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I
That's
fucking
gonna
hate
fucking
that.
annoy me, dude. Seriously. Yeah, yeah. It's one thing if you're fucking like out. Even though I know my dog isn't gonna stray very far away from me because he's very much a Velcro dog, I'm still not letting him just run free. You know what I mean? And this bitch is just letting her fucking dog be around people and fucking shit, just running around with no fucking concern for anything. So yeah,
Yeah, that sucks,
probably
man.
best that I didn't fucking answer it. But dude, I was so furious, dude. Like, how the fuck are you not trying? Like, I've got to pick up all my shit. I've got to fucking get his, because I bring an actual dog, like a water, to give, the actual water dish, like the big water dish for him. So I got to empty that out. I got to put that all back. Got to fucking put my weird hat on and fucking, you know what I mean? I got to collect my shit. And she's still trying to just stand there, like her being between her dog and my dog is going to do something. I'm like, you
Yeah.
stupid fucking cunt. Take him inside, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, why are you putting
Yeah,
this
I was
all? Why are
so
you
mad.
making us all be at risk
Yeah.
for your dog?
Still, I still could not believe she really thought this dog that she's clearly taught nothing to, I assume, as far as tricks or anything, was going to just stay because she dragged it over to by the stairs.
Yeah, that doesn't
And the
really
dog
make a
didn't
lot of
stay for, yeah,
sense.
she took about 2 steps away before the dog was coming right back. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck did this bitch think was going to happen?
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, I was, dude. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely been fantasies of me not just taking her dog out, but fucking burying a knife in her fucking chest as well. Because it
Oh
would be her
man.
fault more than the dog. The dog's just being a fucking dog. And
Yeah,
again, with no
that's the
fucking
really sad
training.
part when it comes to like dogs that are just like out of control. It's like at the end of the day, like
Yeah,
they're
pretty much
just being
almost always the
dogs.
owner.
They don't know. The owner's the one that didn't
Yeah,
teach them. You know.
yeah. And again, you got to recognize that your dog differently in different locations. It's like, yeah, maybe him not being at your house or even around your property or that area around your property is fine.
Yeah,
When you're getting them around
there was a
public,
lady who would walk her little fucking lap dogs on a regular basis around the neighborhood here, and the problem I would always run into is that like they were crazed, psychotic little beasts, man. Like she clearly either didn't train them or was because she seemed like
really mean to them or something.
you know, like how cats freak out when they walk on tinfoil. She seemed like she was like that all the time.
Oh, gotcha.
And
So
and
she
it's
was
always
super
like
fucking
it
sketchy.
was not clear if it was that she just didn't train the fucking cats, or if she
A dog.
just the behavior of
It's a dog.
her own behavior was flipping the dog out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Because again, one thing I've noticed is dogs seem to be almost have a supernatural ability to sense your mood.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like how you're holding the leash, shit. The dogs absolutely pick up on that kind of shit.
oh yeah.
Like they can feel the tension through whether it's through the actual leash or it's some weird extrasensory shit. I don't know.
If somebody makes you
But yeah,
nervous, your dog
they
gets
can sense
nervous
your
and
mood.
pays more attention to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I assume, or maybe it's just whatever pheromones get released. You know what I mean when you're angry. Because now, like my dog probably reacts angrily because I get pissed off every time I see immediately, even before I see her. As soon as I see that dog running around the corner on no fucking leash all by itself,
Yeah,
I get
I
fucking furious.
honestly, dude, I think you should report that because that dog is not being well taken care of. I don't
Yeah,
know that it probably won't come to anything. But,
yeah,
you know,
it's gonna be
like,
because there's no way to tell when that dog is coming. You know what I
yeah,
mean? For them to actually try to catch it happening.
and it's not
But
like
yeah,
you
they
could
can
fucking
probably
like follow her home without her knowing or anything. You know, like fucking know where the dog
yeah,
lives.
yeah. So it's a little tough. Although I should try to talk to the fucking store owners and tell them to, make her knock it off. That could easily happen. So it
Who
might be worth it
knows?
on that level. Because yeah, I don't think they fucking value this part-time employee enough to potentially get in trouble for letting it happen on their property. You know what I mean?
I imagine that would just sour your relationship with the store owners, though.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't tell them I did it. I'm not gonna fucking,
Oh yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna like wait like a week or something. Actually, maybe I will do it sooner, but whatever. I'm not gonna let them know
Oh, fair
I
enough.
did it. Even if they ask me, I'll fucking lie about it. I'll be like, no, dude. I'm like, I thought about it, but I never did it.
Oh,
I'm
I would
like, yeah,
never ever
I'm not. I'm
qualify
sure I'm
like
not the
that
only
if you're
person.
lying. That's a mistake right there, man.
Right.
If you're gonna lie, always just say, "No, I didn't do that."
Right.
Never
No,
want to
yeah, I hear
qualify
you.
a lie. I know that's terrible because like it sounds like
Mm-hmm.
fucking like, oh yeah, I
Yeah,
lie
no,
all
I
the
hear you.
time, but it's like, nah, dude. If you have to tell a lie,
Yeah.
never
No, I've watched. Yeah,
qualify.
you're right. Yeah, I've watched enough police interrogation videos to know better.
Oh yeah, I've told enough lies to know
So yeah.
that.
But
Oh
yeah, I
fuck
mean, again,
yeah.
I'm sure there's no like I'm sure I'm not the only person that goes to that store regularly.
Oh
It's the
yeah.
only store out here. It's the only store within 5 miles of where I live, and a lot of other people. So yeah, it could be fucking anyone that's annoyed with the fucking bitch and her dog.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh,
So yeah,
absolutely.
so that's happening. So yeah, it does appear that my grandpuppy can be aggressive towards at least one other animal on the planet. So good information, I guess. Because I seriously doubted if he even could aggression, dude. Because there's been dogs that have been quite obviously aggressive towards him, and he still thinks they're playing. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like he
yeah.
still thinks they're just wanting to play. Because again, for him, growls and barks and shit. Up until this incident, really, like he would growl and bark all the fucking time when he was just playing and wagging his tail and just playing and shit. Like it still freaks my mom out all the time. Because I'm like, look, he's not actually like I know he's growling, but he's not going to do anything. He's happy
He's
because
not
his
gonna he's
tail's
not gonna
wagging.
fucking like attack
Yeah,
you. You're fine. It's yeah.
yeah, and I'll even be play fighting with him. I'm like, look, and I'll like grab his fucking jaw, lower jaw. So with my fucking hand in the dog's mouth, grabbing its lower jaw, and fucking shake it around. I'm like, look, he's not going to do anything, because he doesn't bite. He knows not to bite down hard. Like he'll do the play bite, but as soon as what I mean, as soon as he feels the pressure of where your hand is, he stops. He
Yeah.
doesn't do it to any point that actually hurts.
Oh good.
Yeah, no, he's really good about that because I taught him, well, especially as a puppy. You know what I mean? Their puppies are fucking horrible about that shit. And again, that's a form of affection for dogs. It's fucking weird, but yeah, like them biting your hand, play biting your hand is like affection. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
It's a weird thing, but so yeah, and as long as I let him, because that's why, like if it hurts me at all, like I let him know, so that he knows how much pressure is going to be before it hurts somebody.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we
even
had
if
to
it
teach
doesn't
our
really
dogs
hurt
not to
me,
jump up because we had a dog that was jumping up on like my grandma when she'd come over. And she's
yeah,
like
yeah,
super old
he's
and here's
kind of
this
bad about
fucking big
that.
ass dog trying to fucking jump up on her and it's like, nah, that's kinda dangerous. We can't be having that.
Yeah, he does that a little bit with my mom too. But as soon as I tell him to stop, or if I tell him beforehand because I know he's going to do it, he's really good about not doing it. Sometimes he's just too excited. He gets way too excited when like especially if it's the first time he's seen somebody for like just that day. He's fucking pretty out of control. But other than that, he's usually really fucking good about not doing it. Because I saw him doing it like with my son when I drop him off or when he'd pick him up or whatever. And I'm like, dude, why are you letting him jump up on you like that? I'm like, that's why he does it to other people. But I'm like, fuck, it's his dog. I guess I can't really say too much.
Yeah.
Because again, when he's doing it to you, it's fucking cute. You know what I mean? That he wants to get that close to your face or whatever the fuck the reasoning is for jumping up on you like that. Apple. Apple. There you go, pay me the much. Oh yeah, I found this little fucking soccer ball. It's like the size of a softball. I don't think it's an actual dog toy. I think it's a kid's toy. But it was in the same area where I found the fully intact bird wing and the fully intact fucking cat tail. That same fucking little empty lot, desert lot, I found this ball. And like pretty much everything like that now I grab. And like I didn't really think about this one until like after I got stay, but I'm like, fuck, that thing looks really brand new. Like this is probably some kid's toy that went over the fence because there's a giant, there's a large wall of the subdivision like right fucking there. So it's almost certainly it was some kid's fucking little soccer ball toy that he did not have for very long because it looked brand fucking new. And I just fucking jacked it from him because it went over the fence.
Interesting.
So that's pretty shitty. But the dog loves it, dude. Holy shit. I was surprised. Like, I know it's a ball, so I knew, like, more than any other shit that I've given him as toys. It's a good ball, huh? It's a good ball. Yeah. Actually, I think I may have a picture. But yeah, it's again, it's a rubber ball that roughly the size of a softball, but looks like a soccer ball. I think I still have it. Not that it's absolutely necessary to illustrate anything, but why not? What the fuck, phone? Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Let me see here. What else we got? Oh, people are trying to get me to play Minecraft with them. It's like, not right now. Oh, I thought the Ryan Long joke on JoJo Siwa being a lesbian until like she fucking hung out with Mickey Rourke for a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah,
That was well worth watching. And then the Pirates fan getting literally beat down with a belt by a worker. That shit was funny as fuck. Definitely worth watching that one. The clownfish one was fucking crazy. I don't know if you watched that, but like
I didn't, but I wanted to.
They like immediately seek out and like hang out in your hands underwater apparently, because they mistake them for sea anemones. Because sea anemones have like big old fucking tendrils and shit, and it just looked hella crazy because it was like, in my experience, the fucking fish stay away from your hands because they don't want to fucking die.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the like little fingers, the sea anemones kind of move around. Yeah, like little fingers. Okay, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, divers have noticed it for years. Apparently, they're like, yeah, these fucking fish are dumb.
Like if it looks anything like them, it is a similar color. Like a white person's fingers, especially, would look pretty close to that color too, right?
Yeah.
But they are kind of like an orangish peachish color, right? I don't know if I'm remembering that.
More or less, you're not wrong.
All right.
Let's see here. Oh, do you see the human rights judge who had a fucking slave in their house?
Yeah, I'd heard about that story before.
That's fucking crazy.
So
yeah, some human rights judge from Uganda had brought over some lady in order to like fucking take her fucking what do you call it made her do all the fucking work.
Yeah. Basically all I think I'll feed you and that's about it.
Yeah.
Do all my fucking nanny and fucking housekeeper work.
I thought that was pretty fucking crazy, man. It was just like, damn.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking nuts, man.
But yeah, so that's an unfortunate fucking thing that was going on there. I thought that was pretty crazy. It looks like they're not going to be able to get any charges on her because it looks like fucking Uganda won't remove her diplomatic immunity.
Oh wow!
Which is kind of shitty.
The fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of shit in my opinion,
themselves?
Man.
Like when they do something like that, do the authorities at Uganda explain themselves? Like why the fuck they would protect something like this?
I feel like they should have to. Know, dude. That's a really good fucking question, though, right?
Yeah. Like, can they just say no and you don't have to? Because that seems kind of like I feel like you should have to explain yourself in something like that. Why are you letting this bitch get away with making another human being their slave? That is an insane fucking choice.
This is a fucking judge. You know what I mean? Like this is a
judge.
It's a fucking judge. You know, like this is not just like somebody who like fucking like a secretary or like some like person with no idea what's going on. They know exactly how illegal this is. They're a fucking judge.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they absolutely know better.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that is very wild. So I would love to, if they have to, yeah, if the whatever you got an authority for making a choice, yeah, they should have to explain why they're making that.
Yeah, I don't know like why they're deciding not to take this person's diplomatic immunity, and reasonably,
Yeah,
the lady who is uh, who came out and spoke out against her, you know, about against this lady who was essentially like, you know, like keeping her as a slave. She can't go
yeah.
back to Uganda because you know this lady is you know now
Yo,
has
she's gonna
like
get fucking
a lot
destroyed.
of political power and could fucking destroy her life. You know.
Yeah, yeah, that would be pretty fucking disgusting. Because somebody that's willing to make a slave like that is probably going to be somebody that's going to be incredibly full for them, you know, snitching them on them or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah. You don't think you think they might be vindictive? Are you saying they could be
Yeah,
vindictive?
maybe a little. They might not be a good person. Call me crazy.
Oh, I don't know how you could
That
say
might
that, man, with a
not.
straight face, no less.
Yeah, I mean, she's a judge after all. What
God,
the
that's so
fuck?
fat. That's so sad, though, isn't it? Though, like, just imagine,
Yeah,
because
dude,
the
it's
most
so fucked
common
up.
form of slavery in like the UK, as far as I'm aware right now, is they bring people over from other countries who are like homeless and have like some criminal history, and then they take away their you know their passport and they make it so they can't leave. And most of the time, they don't really speak the language that well. But what they do is they give them a phone and a debit card and make them go drive for one of those fucking like Uber companies, like delivering food and shit.
Oh
And
wow.
then they keep like 90% of what the person earns and give them like 10% of it, so that they have food to eat and make them live in like fucking sheds and warehouses and shit. And so
Wow.
yeah, that's the most common form of like human slavery right now that's going on in the UK. And it blows my mind that like, and that's why um, the borders are so important. You know what I mean? Like if it
Yeah.
was virtually impossible to get those people in without real papers, then those people would never end up being slaves in the UK, delivering people's fucking fast food and greasy ass fish and chips. You know what I mean? That's why it's so
Yeah.
shitty
Yeah.
that these people want open borders. Like they're not doing it to help anyone. They're doing it because they want to like, you know, get
Yeah.
their
It's
fucking
like
food
it's,
cheap on and delivery. You know, they don't want to have to tip like an extra $5 for food. They want to be able to tip nothing and get that food delivered. So bring on the open borders. You ever notice
that's
like none of
funny.
the jobs they ever talk about are jobs that people wouldn't take?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like if fast food wasn't being taken up by mostly illegal aliens, then high school kids and people who are in college would be doing it.
Yeah.
And they'd be making money and they'd be able to pay their like tuitions and their fucking buy their cars and get their fucking like take their dates out of like fucking movies and shit. It's like,
Indeed.
let's see that.
Yeah, it's definitely more of that condescending, tolerant racism of the left.
Yeah.
Who's gonna pick our lettuce?
The meth smoking raccoon, that was funny as fuck. It didn't actually smoke any meth, thankfully, but it had the pipe in its mouth like it was gonna smoke meth. And you know how like Diori has that
That's
like
fucking
that weird sort of very, very like unique
the high
laugh.
pitched.
The cough
Yeah,
has a
yeah.
very similar laugh in there, and it's the same sort of just like absolute glee. You know?
Yeah, no, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it's funny enough you're seeing a video of it, but if you're walking, having no
Yeah.
idea what you're about to see. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It also kind of reminds me of Rich's laugh and just the total abandon. Like he's
Mhm.
not trying to laugh and like hide his laugh or whatever. Like Rich has a laugh. I guess people don't like it. Some people, but like
Oh,
it
it's
always
very
sounds
close to
so
me. I
charming
love
to
it.
me because he's so clearly he's having such a great time when he's laughing.
Yeah, it's genuine.
Yeah.
He's not forcing it for one thing, and yeah, no, it's very close to being annoying. I think for me, but no, it's very endearing to hear that.
Yeah.
Or with somebody where it wasn't sincere, it wasn't obviously sincere. Yeah, I'd probably hate it.
Oh yeah. And we had a California Democrat left the party, although it was a sheriff. So like, I don't think that was very likely that he was ever a Democrat in anything other than name only.
Right,
To be
right.
sheriff, like I doubt he was remotely Democrat to get in the office in the first
Yeah,
place. But
could be like in Maryland.
still, it's kind of a win.
Maryland's like the worst state as far
Well,
as like,
he's in Los Angeles County, California. So,
yeah,
like, I think if he wasn't
yeah.
left,
No, he
if he
definitely
didn't
has.
claim to be a Democrat, I think he would never have been able to get into office. And now that he's into office, it'll
Yeah,
be very unlikely that they'll be able to get him out. And I think that him being a conservative is actually probably a benefit now for him, like
yeah.
politically,
Now
because
it
I
is.
think the shift is picking up steam.
It's shipping.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
did you see the crazy shit about the fucking Buffalo fucking public schools?
I didn't actually watch it, but apparently they've been covering some very bad child
Yeah, so
violations.
like they don't report child rapes and child sexual assaults. They actively try to keep them
Cover
from
it.
getting out into the public.
Wow.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
And
Why?
so and so what's been going on is this like that sort of group of cops that hang around donut the
Mm-hmm.
phony operator.
Yeah.
Like the
All right.
rest of them are actually real cops. Like Donut was, I think he was like a traffic cop for like a year and he couldn't fucking handle it or some shit. But
Oh wow.
like he's
Okay.
entertaining. I like watching his videos on those people like getting shot and stuff. But
Yeah. Plus, he
like
looks like Will Riker from the Next Generation Star Trek. That helps for me anyway.
yeah, oh yeah. But I thought that was pretty fucking entertaining. Anyway, um, they've been downplaying all those assaults, and then refusing to give evidence. They've even deleted evidence, like security footage evidence and shit, which is crazy to me.
Wow. That is fucking disgusting, dude.
Um, and so this
I
one guy who
would
was a
almost
cop
want you to have the fucking death penalty for doing shit like that.
should be agreed. Absolutely,
Like that is
should be.
fucking some evil shit, dude. You do something that evil, like you should, like your life should be on the.
I agree. I'm fucking line the fucking cornfields with mulch created by fucking throwing them through the wood chipper, dude. In my opinion.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so like these fucking what do you call it? The fucking administrators and the teachers and stuff have like downplayed all this stuff, and so what they'll do is they'll report it under different like terms so that it can't be used. Like all this crazy shit. It's just mind blowing how they do it. But
Really disgusting.
and
Wow.
it's just shitty stuff. But now they're going after the guy who exposed them. So they're going after him. They're doubling down and saying this is all bullshit. It's not true, even though they have evidence to prove like many cases of it already. And there's like investigations pending right now. So the public pressure is definitely going to help. And I think it'll be interesting to see because it actually made like the regular news there. And it's very rare that you see any sort of internet drama, no matter what it's about, actually make it to the news like in any more
Leak over
meaningful way, other than like
local.
on a Entertainment Tonight kind of bullshit thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting, man.
I'm not a huge fan of Donut Operator. I like watching his videos. I don't really care much for these other guys except for the fat electrician.
Oh, I love that guy, dude.
That
Fucking
guy's
A.
fucking great.
Yeah, he's great.
His World War II stories and shit are amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
And he did such a good work
Shit.
of really making the history come to life and being interesting and engaging. But
Yeah.
they're going after kitty fiddlers here, so I don't it doesn't matter if I like them or not. They're on my side. I'm on their side.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
I think we could all agree that whatever you think about somebody, if they're actually going after child molesters and legitimately, then they're doing the right thing.
Indeed.
Not like Mama Max, like actually going after child molesters.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. That reminds me. Apparently, he had a roommate that he was accusing. He had a roommate that he was accusing of being a pedo. Apparently, a couple years back.
It was apparently like a totally false accusation too. Like the roommate had nothing, had never.
Yeah, like it was his fault. It was absolutely his fault that guy got blackballed from the community, and now he's trying to make other people look bad for what he did because they listened to him and blackballed the guy, and he's trying to make everyone else look bad for that. Yeah. It's fucking. I don't know what goes through that. That guy's a fucking weirdo, dude. Jesus.
That's why I would wonder, if there's any kids that guy has access to, I'd be concerned.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a
he way. I mean that legitimately.
Yeah.
I would be concerned because
yeah,
this guy kind of fits that profile.
Well, he definitely has some insecurities about his voice. That much is obvious.
Oh yeah,
being high pitched. Do you remember the voice changer thing he used to make it a super deep voice? Like he didn't use his regular voice. You remember?
No, I didn't realize that. I don't think I ever really watched much on Mama Max. I watched
like I said, I didn't become aware of him.
Had a lot of. I didn't.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he was already being canceled by the time I had.
Yeah, in fact, I think I heard about it from one of my friends other than you. Not long before he started getting canceled because he got so popular so quick. And then people were all like, hey, wait, this is all fake. And one of my other friends was like, yeah, I used to watch this guy. I think he was amazing. And now I found out all this shit is fake. Like that Patty guy that does the fucking bail videos.
Oh, yeah, Patty Mayo, dude. Yeah, that guy fooled me for a while. But yeah, as soon as somebody attention, I'm like, oh, yeah. These are pretty unbelievable situations. He really went overboard with the one where the guy had the fake leg and he's trying to beat him with the fake leg. And I'm like, okay, yeah, great. This is probably staged. Call me crazy.
That's
but this is probably
funny.
Staged.
I'm sorry, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah, no, it is, dude. But the fact that he doesn't, never bothered to tell anybody that these are all bullshit.
Oh yeah.
It's
fucking up. Scumbag, dude.
Yeah. But that one was pretty entertaining, dude. Goddamn. But you're like, oh, okay, these are not real cases, you fucking prick.
Yeah, it's nutty.
But yeah, no, because there was one spot when a few days ago, where it was shit with Mama Max, where you can tell he was using the voice that he would normally use when he applied the voice changer, but he wasn't using the voice changer. Like he fucked up, I assume. And it's pretty fucking pretty fake thing he's doing, and also changing the voice. Yeah, it's a really weird. Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with his regular voice. I mean, it's not intimidating, I guess, because it is kind of high pitched, but it's not like crazy high pitched.
The thing that gets me is you don't intimidating doesn't have to be like your voice is. It's not what your voice actually sounds like that makes it intimidating or not. It's how you use your voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you can have the deepest voice in the world, but if you don't know how to be intimidating, it's not going to fucking make a difference.
Yeah, well, John Malkovich came to mind. He's got a higher pitched voice, and that
Yeah.
guy can be absolutely fucking terrifying, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just it definitely seemed like that dude just had a weird fucking hang up about high pitched voice.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? A lot of fucking. Like it's a lot to do with those dating sites, those stuff. Like you and I are never. I don't think you ever did like the fucking. Like you and I never dated during the what do you call it? The like the fucking swipe left or right shit. The fucking dating apps. All the dating apps are out there. Like when we dated.
I used them a little bit.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I mean,
I
for
got
the
laid
most
a couple
part, like
times.
I was always I never dated before like after that stuff was a thing. Like it was I was like
Yeah, a little bit after I was finally done with the extra good. I used them for a little bit.
oh okay. So I think it has a lot to
Yeah.
do with that because a lot of these people get like fucking just immediately dismissed because of little insignificant things that normally wouldn't be like an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's a snap judgment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Kind of
So
like
I don't
Leafy
know.
with his chin. Leafy would remember Leafy would hide his fucking chin, his lack of chin.
No.
hmm Oh yeah, you probably that was quite a while ago. Sorry, I was going pretty far back on that one. Yeah, he would have situated to where it was covering his chin. There was a thing in public where he would hide it,
I didn't know Leafy had.
but he
I've
put it
never
over his
seen
chin.
Leafy physically as a person. I've only heard Leafy's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Yeah, he's
never
a little
watched his
guy.
videos,
He
so
has
like
very low chin.
I only fucking have heard like
Yeah, I
Leafy
mostly
talking
just
in the background of various different videos and shit, man.
all right. I completely forgot that you never found back when he was really, you know, good and entertaining. But yeah, he did a content cop on chin shit.
Oh, Leafy did a content cop.
No, iDubbbz did a
Oh,
content
did a
cop.
content cop off on Leafy.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what?
back when he was actually good.
That makes me wonder
It was a good job.
if Leafy was ever bad.
And yeah, it does kind of call shit into question. But I still think he actually had some, and I don't think anybody here didn't turn out to be fucking scumbags. It's been a more recent thing. The Tanamongo one, probably not. Yeah, that one, for sure, because Anissa didn't like Tanamongo or whatever. But even that one, honestly, I did not have much of a problem with it. Oh wait, do you know what I'm talking about? Probably not.
No.
Okay, do you know who Tanamongo? She's pretty popular for whatever fucking reasons, being a slut
I've
online. But
heard about her, but I
anyway,
don't really know much about her, like other
yeah,
than just
okay.
having
Well,
heard about her.
the main thing, the main thing back then was there. She has used the N word against somebody or whatever, kind of a lot. Like previously, before she kind of got popular.
Oh, she's
So
one of those people who like let
mm,
fly fast and loose with the fucking N words. Okay, fair.
yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure if she probably is racist. I wouldn't be surprised, but
I have
whatever.
no idea. I don't really
But
care.
yeah, okay. All right. Well, when iDubbbz did his content cop on her, he actually went to one of her meetups and did like a meet and greet picture with her. And instead of like saying "say cheese," she's like "say nigger" and fucking takes the picture with her. Which apparently nowadays, even though it was apparently all it was Anissa's idea, he really browbeats himself for that. And I'm like, no, that was kind of appropriate. Like, I really didn't have a problem with it then or now.
He wasn't using
I'm
it
like,
pejoratively, like to fucking talk
yeah,
about
he was
anyone
doing
else.
it to confront her with the past that she didn't, just refuse to address.
Yeah, he was. Well,
So yeah, it was perfectly fine.
All he was doing, in my opinion, right there, was just calling her out on her bullshit. You know?
Yeah, yeah. That's what he used to do. But now he apologizes. Shit. And again, I don't think that weren't really fucking well done and
Yeah.
totally appropriate. Like the targets, it was like Keemstar, Rice Gum, who's, I don't know if you remember Rice Gum, but he was a little fucking scumbag. Santa Monjo, fuck, who else?
I mean, how many?
But
There's
whatever.
so
I don't
fucking many
remember any
scumbags
targets.
out there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Leafy obviously was fucking horrible and still is. But yeah, there was nothing wrong with those, and it's weird. It's fucking bizarre because even I forgot like the difference in like his demeanor nowadays. He's like this whipped little fucking puppy, and you go back and watch those videos, and he was so fucking like supremely confident, dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of jarring. Like again, I had even forgotten, you know what I mean? And I watched those when they came out, and went back and I'm like, fuck, it's been so long, and I've seen him, be such a little fucking bitch, and be so meek and fucking, with his domineering wife, finishing every fucking, almost every sentence for him. I
Yeah.
forgot that he was actually a fucking capable and competent human being.
Damn, that's sad.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I seriously think I'm like this should be shown in like psychology classes, like gaslighting and fucking like abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Like it's the most fucking one of the most effective examples of it that I've ever seen. How badly she fucked him up. And again, like everybody will say, a lot of people will say, like he's ultimately responsible for his own fucking choices or whatever. But it would be really interesting if there was a parallel universe you could peek in on, where she didn't fucking just come in and fucking commandeer his fucking existence.
Yeah. Oh man, I
What he
gotta
looked like
take a
10 years
piss real
down the road.
quick. Uh,
Yeah, all right, cool.
we're
That's
at like
fine.
5:30. If you want to wait or you wanna call it, either one is fine.
Yeah, it's up to you. What do you want to do? You want to just call it?
Yeah, I think we'll call it. There's not a whole lot else to
Yeah.
talk about. Honestly, we've kind of gone over everything.
Yeah, we good.
There was some
Yeah, we'll call it.
bullshit in the VR chat world, or not the VR chat world, the VR tubers or whatever. Some chick named Cinder who was like wanting to go exclusive and stuff with some artists and everything, and did it the wrong way, and everybody got all mad and pissy. But I'm like, that shit happens in Hollywood all the time. Like, you people are fucking making a big deal out of something that really kind of not a big deal.
Yeah,
and
that's fucking odd.
But that's
Yeah.
it. That's the only thing I can think of, and that's not particularly interesting. It's just kind of silly.
Yeah, I think Internet Versus did something, but I haven't watched it yet, so whatever.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Interesting though. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, and